irritated with you.
I'm still dancing.
So I have 2 picks.
Okay.
I'm gonna casually mosey on over where the lock is. And
Okay.
try my best to be stealthy.
All right. Why don't you roll me a stealth check? Make sure he doesn't catch your
Does
eye.
it get anything from like my distraction?
Yes.
27.
All right.
Oh well.
Yeah.
I got the stealth thing.
Slowly working your way over to the door, you start investigating this lock.
Oh, look at this lock.
All right. Are you
I'll
going to
start
try and
trying
pick
to
it?
pick it. Yes.
Okay. I need you to make me a dex saving throw.
Okay.
And that's what you kept on checking
wrong
out
one.
traps. Yeah. Lucky
Ooh,
bastard.
15.
All right. You stick your lock picks in to go and pick this thing, and you just at the last moment realize there's something odd about this lock, and you pull your hands back as a blast of light and force emanates from this lock into the cell and knocks you prone.
Nice.
It has attracted the attention of the guard, who says, "If I have to get my friends and come in there, you're going to regret it. There's no escape for you."
All right then.
Your
How many
lock-
friends have you got?
Your lock picks are still in the lock.
Would you kind of put a bet on that?
Try and grab the lockpicks as casually as I can.
Come on in. The water's warm.
You, our unknown wizard, who doesn't know he's a wizard, feel something in your mind, something's tickling your memory
Okay.
about this lock, or about what you saw here on this lock.
Okay. Should I make some sort of roll to see if I notice
Sure.
anything?
Go ahead and make me an Arcana check,
Okay.
or an intelligence check.
15.
All right. You know that it's a magically trapped lock. But you think if you were able to concentrate enough, you might be able to figure out how to dispel it.
Okay.
Using some various techniques. But you're going to need to spend 10, 15 minutes of undivided concentration.
Okay. I'll go over and sit with my legs crossed at the edge of the chamber and just stare at the lock and begin scratching my chin.
The guard has turned his back on you. The other guard returns with a cup of water, which he puts up to the bars and says, "Get over here right now and take this."
So I walk over and I take the water.
Okay.
Yeah. And I will take a mouthful of the water right there, and I will go all over the guard.
He says,
This tastes like shite. Haven't you got anything stronger?
he casts darkness in the center of this cell. All of you-
Already dark.
Everything goes dark. You can't see anything. Even if you have dark vision, this doesn't
Yeah.
work with that.
This makes studying the lock a little harder.
Yeah, probably.
You hear some whispering between the two guards, but you can't.
So
Here
from
we
where
go.
I'm standing, next to the bars and stuff like that, can I like using my touch feel my way over to where the door is?
Where the lock is, where it swings open?
Where I'm reaching up right now to grab my picks.
Yeah. I hands there. Yes, and you've been studying it, and he didn't quite get a chance to finish his thing. This, and so I go down and I put my hand and I feel for where these picks are and stuff like that. Put my hand over the lock right there, and there's no material component. So I cast Dispel Magic on the lock.
All right.
Nice.
Blink.
Oh,
You dispel the magic on this lock.
Pick that bloody lock. Well, they got the darkness.
all right. Start going again.
All right. You pick the lock. You
Nice.
spent enough time with it before it exploded on you to see what it looked like.
Sweet.
Presumably the darkness doesn't extend beyond the cell, correct?
You don't know.
Yeah, we
Okay.
can't tell.
I will grab whomever is nearest. I can't see. So, and I'm gonna trigger greater invisibility.
Okay. So you and your companion are invisible?
Yes.
Okay.
So greater invisibility for me and someone else. I don't know who.
Maybe
it'll
he
be.
was closer because he did the dispel magic, and then he probably stepped back for me to pick.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I think we're
Okay.
probably invisible.
All right.
And I'll kind of whisper to you that, hey, I turned us invisible, whoever you are.
I already told you that.
All right, Rudy, let's go.
Stop making so much noise. If you're invisible, if you make a lot of noise, it makes no point. I go, is the damn gate open?
The gate has not been opened.
I will
Oh.
open it.
All right.
You daft bastard, why don't you open this stupid thing when you unlock it?
All right. The gate swings inward.
Okay, I pull the gate. I go, let's go.
All right.
What are the rest of you doing?
I'm gonna be as stealthy as I can, hiding, sort of following. I'm gonna.
Okay, hear
I
them,
feel
hear
them going
leaving.
by
Grab
me,
the-
so I'm gonna
Like,
grab
grab
The underwear of the
their
person in front
underwear.
of you?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
And
I'm
follow
just
them out.
going towards the commotion that I'm hearing.
Okay.
I know the door's open.
When we get out of the cage, do we see the drow? Do we come out of the darkness at all? Or?
When you emerge through the gate, it is still dark,
Yeah.
but you take a few tentative steps because you know there's a ledge, steps to the right,
Yeah.
and you come face to face with a drow guard.
Okay, are they both there?
You just see one,
See one.
and he smiles wickedly at you.
He can't. I'm greater invisibility.
Oh, yes, you are. Sorry.
That's
Thank
okay.
you.
That's okay. So this is greater invisibility, so I can do
You come
whatever
face to
I want,
face
right?
with the drow.
Yeah.
So I step right next to the drow. I'm using stealth.
Push.
Walking soon. And I
Over
go,
the ledge.
"I think there's a problem with your gate. And then I cast daylight.
I'm
Oh.
invisible, but I've stepped outside of the cage because I just realized that I cast spells. And I didn't remember
Okay.
that I could do that. So I stopped to wonder what's going on and what exactly is happening. So
All right. You step through and cast daylight.
Cast daylight. Yes.
He reels back.
It's gonna. Daylight will dispel the darkness
Mm-hmm.
for starters, and it will create light, bright daylight-like light in a 60 really big area. Let me see what it is. It's 60-foot radius, so 120 feet, and he's gonna be
Blind.
drow.
Yes, he is. He is affected by it.
Poor little drow. Wait, no, he's not.
We're calling him victim
He
number
reels
one.
back, shielding his eyes from this bright light. It's like emerging from a movie
still
theater for
invisible.
him, and stumbles back against the wall of the stalactite, away from the ledge. But shouts to. He says, "The prisoners have escaped."
What are we? We're only wearing like undergarments.
Yeah.
All right, so I cast the daylight spell since I'm invisible on my
On your
underwear.
shorts. Why don't you just cast it on the drow himself?
Well, you're a little
Because
less.
then he gets a saving throw.
You're a little less invisible now.
No,
you
all
have-
they can see is the light.
Yes.
That's right.
But they can't see the sword.
Kneel before the light of my underwear.
Yeah. They can't see you, but they can see a shiny, bright pair of underwear.
They sure can. That's what you get.
What are the rest of you doing? You came out on the other side, right?
Right, and-
Okay. So you emerged on the other side of the gate. You also see the other drow guard shielding his eyes and reaching for his sword.
okay. Am I standing near him?
You're about 10 feet away.
Okay. Does he have metal on at all?
He does.
Okay.
He's
So
gonna have a bad
instinctively,
day.
I'm just gonna walk over to him and lay my hand on the metal and cast Shocking Grasp.
Why don't you
All
just
right.
give him a big hug? Electric hugs.
At the same time, I'll just kind of say aloud, I think I can cast spells. All right, so it's +7 to hit 17, but I get advantage, so
All right.
24.
All right. That will hit.
Okay,
What is your shocking grasp?
it is 2d8 lightning damage. And he can't make reactions.
Okay.
So that is 13.
You reach out, touch him. You see lightning course through the armor on his body. You see his body twitch, and he slumps to the ground.
That kid.
Oops.
I jump on him and I'm like, yeah!
Where's his buddy at?
It is on the ledge.
No, not his body. His buddy.
Oh,
His
his buddy.
The other guard.
The one that you attacked, or that you
Oh, one
cast the
outside-
light?
That's the second one? Throw
Yes,
one
there's one
inside?
on either side, essentially, of this prison
So
cell.
I'll shout.
You-
It looks like there's another one over here. And I'm like right next to him.
Does the one that just went down has a short sword?
Yes.
So I'll grab that.
Okay.
And does he have any daggers?
You
I
can
can
take
see?
some time. You can take your turn to search his.
I'll search. I'll toss the short sword up in the air to you.
Yay, I'll take it.
All right, short sword. And
Okay.
I'm looking for daggers.
All right. What are you doing?
There's still one guard, right?
There is one guard. One guard's dead,
One guard's dead. Yeah.
shocked to death.
Yeah, yeah.
The other
And the other
guard
guard
has
against the
been,
wall.
yeah, is reeling back from the sunlight and has not done anything. He hasn't seen you guys yet because it's still dark outside the cell. But Rune's character came out, cast light, but he's invisible.
Yeah.
Right.
Is he near the edge at all?
It's about a 5-foot ledge, and he's backed against the side of the stalactite,
Okay.
away from the ledge, but it's not that far.
Yeah. Okay. So I was on the edge of the darkness, kind of watching what's going on, and I rush up and grab him and just push him towards the edge.
Okay, make me a strength check.
Yeesh. Not good. 5.
Okay. You try to push him, but he's a fighter after all,
Yeah.
and he just sort of pushes back against you, not shoving you off the ledge, but it's obvious that his strength outmatches yours.
Yeah.
But he didn't push him off the ledge. So can I tell if he is feeling outnumbered and like we could have some power in this situation? Like he'll...
You think you heard him call out for help, saying that you guys had escaped, but you don't know how long it is till other help arrives, but he's the only one you see right now.
Okay.
I don't know. That's a good question.
So,
Damn it.
I want to, like, we don't know where we're at. We're just in this stalactite prison cell on
Yep.
the ceiling with 2 bridges.
Yeah.
Does he have like a map on him that will give us like direction to where they're keeping our stuff?
You'll have to search his body.
Okay.
He's
So
not dead yet.
Okay.
Ask him. He
Okay.
might-
Ask him.
Excuse me. Can you tell me how to get out of here?
Perhaps. Don't you got the map?
Okay, so I have a short sword.
Do you want to live?
And, but he has a short sword or something, right?
He likely
has
has a
whatever he
weapon of
has.
some sort. You have not
Kick his
seen
ass,
it.
Seabass.
He's
Okay.
still-
You haven't seen him draw a weapon yet,
Okay.
because basically this is all happening very quickly.
Okay.
Right.
So I'm gonna say
Rune came out, cast this bright. This guy reeled back, and
His friend
Valif-
got shot to death.
Valiflorian, came out and tried to push him, and so he's.
So when he pushes Valiflorian away, I am pointing my short sword at his neck,
Okay.
and I say, "You're going to get zapped like your friend unless you point us the way to our stuff and let us out of here."
All right.
Hope I can remember how to zap.
Roll me an
That was a lot. in
intimidate
one
check.
thing. Oh, intimidate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you said it less than 6 seconds. Then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
17 and
Something like that.
1, so 18.
All right. He looks down the sword. He looks at this, with squinted eyes, looks at this glowing pair of underpants.
Right?
Knows there are more
the holy
more people behind the
underpants.
darkness, and puts his hands up.
All right. So
Nice.
now I reach out and I'm poking through his
Searching him.
for
And I'll
the
frisk him from
for a
the other
map or
side.
something.
Okay.
Hey,
Let's go.
Shining
did,
underpants.
did we have things before we came here?
I did.
I did.
Yeah.
Did you just
Yeah.
come on down here in your underpants then?
I don't know about you,
Can't
Bob.
remember actually.
That's unfortunate.
Maybe we should find out where our stuff is.
Perhaps it's a good idea. I hadn't thought of that.
Okay, so I'm searching him, and do I find anything that would tell us where to go to get our stuff?
You don't find a map on him.
Okay.
He probably knows his way around pretty well.
Mm.
But he
He's cowering.
he is cowering. So
Leverage that.
Where's our stuff?
Yeah. What he said.
he says, "Your things, they'll be down in the priestess chamber."
All right then.
Take us there.
So
Yeah.
Right?
I
Could
Could
nudged.
you point us in the right direction?
okay. He says, "It'll be down below."
As far below as we can get.
Well, you're in a stalactite, so you're.
Oh.
And we have
Sort of
stalactites?
Yes, you are in a stalactite. As you move out on the ledge, your suspicions are confirmed.
So when you say it's in the chambers, is the chamber in the stalactite?
So you're gonna look over the ledge and see what's below.
I take a peek.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So what you see,
Wait, does he have any keys on him?
he does have a key on him.
Okay.
Probably.
So what you see is that you are in a large chamber, from what you can tell. The bottom of which is a lake.
Anybody want to go for a swim? I'm thinking no.
In the center is, not drawing this very well, but this is what it looks like essentially, is an island in the center of this lake, in this cavern, that joins with a stalagmite below, like an island. So there's
Oh,
a
nice.
joining point here. You see some ledges running around this that have been carved in, and some alcoves and other things, and you just sort of peek around. So ledges run around. There are bits that sort of stick out, natural formations, and there are some rope bridges and things that connect to those with other areas of the stalactite. Below, you can see that there are other chambers carved into.
Are those like openings?
Yes, yeah.
So if we go
either
down
either
below-
a cell like yours, or possibly a further carved
Right. So if we
area.
go down below, we can actually get into there by going through one of those holes down there.
That's what you believe, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there's
And
no
yeah, and
direct-
there are ledges and ropes and things like that you can. There's a way down.
So
that you-
We'll have to
We could just jump. It's a way
yeah,
down.
things to swing
Or
around.
Just jump.
Where are we?
If we have some rope.
You're essentially up here.
We're at the
Okay.
top
So-
of course because it couldn't be easy.
You are here.
Gotcha.
If it was
There's
easy,
your prison
anybody
cell.
could do it.
You also, when you're sort of getting your bearings here and starting to walk along these ledges, following this drow, You see on one end of the cavern that there's a waterfall and a stream that leads off into a dark tunnel on one end. The other end has a stream that looks like it's leading off. And you sort of make out what looks like boats moored at the base of this island.
Ooh, boats.
Okay.
That's one way to get out of here.
Yes. Great.
Cast Featherfall.
No.
So your
Of course not.
your drow guard
Fly.
leads you down some of these passageways. You're starting to make your way lower. You can tell that you're descending a bit.
Did anyone ask where his friends are coming from?
No.
And as you're starting to come around the corner or around the edge, you see an opening and he ducks into it.
Of course he does.
Of course it is.
You've got him at sword point, but he
He ducks into the opening?
darts into this alcove.
I'll look into the alcove and see where do you think you're going?
You should still be invisible. I don't know how long it lasts.
So, as we were walking along, I was
Oh, no. Up
trying
to
to
a
pick his
minute,
pocket,
so probably a minute
take his
has passed.
sword, that type of thing.
Okay, yeah. When you searched him, you guys relieved him of all of his, possessions. He ducks in there.
Daylight lasts for an hour. So we're like a beacon.
Yeah.
And by me, I mean me. Not invisible.
Yeah.
This is awesome. Thanks.
Yeah. He's around the corner. He doesn't see you, just the glowing, because you're still invisible, right?
It only
No.
lasts
Or
a
you aren't
minute.
invisible? Okay.
So
Lasts a
as long
minute.
as a minute has passed.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
yeah,
a
yeah, a minute has
Make it
passed. So,
half drow
okay,
with
yep,
a really shiny pair of underwear.
yes. And
I'm impressed.
That's what you should be.
and he says, I need to rest. At which point you hear the sound of footsteps coming up the ramp in the direction in which you were
I need to
traveling.
rest. All right then, secret friend. On him.
On him? Okay.
Uh-huh.
All right.
You can rest forever. He needs to make a saving throw. Dexterity saving throw, DC 16.
I only got a 10.
Okay then.
He is sacredly flamed.
A pillar of light descends from the ceiling upon this drow sucker. Oh. That's great. You can't see me in the Underdark. 5 points of damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna hide.
He gasps as the flame burns him.
I duck behind the thing. Like, he's got friends coming.
All right. The rest of you hear footsteps coming up this ledge. It is a bit wider now as you make your way down, so about 10 feet wide on this ledge. There's more doors and things here and alcoves than there were higher up on the stalactite. And only a moment later, 4 more guards round the bend and move up to attack you and capture you. So go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh, crap.
I think I just used up my crits.
Oh, wow.
All right.
2.
You're not going first, are you?
I am.
You're not.
Oh, okay, good.
No,
Oh, wait, but
not with that.
that's...
That's bad. Because you know what it can be.
I know.
All right.
You use that to knock 'em out.
Oh, no.
Rune, what did you get?
8. Speediest cleric ever.
Pinot.
3.
No.
Oh.
Do not forget to add that.
Oh, 7.
All right.
Sorry, I
Nice.
forgot to add mine.
He started calling me Bob, so you can just put Bob down for me.
Bob.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Bob.
Bob.
I have 22.
Okay.
Or amnesia goes first.
Tremaine.
9.
9.
Like I said,
Okay,
I've used
and
up all of my
Valaforian.
natural 20s.
3.
That's right.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
All of us are under 10 except for the crit. Except for Bob.
Bob is on it.
Bob
Right.
is
Now,
on
if you
it.
could just remember what he's doing here.
Bob.
And did you hear me say I was hiding when the dude went around the corner? Just in case.
Did anybody hit me say the reset button? No? Oh, I think we didn't hit it. You were hiding. Oh, Lord. This is gonna suck.
So now on my action,
All
I
right,
can
there's
do,
our order.
I have
Okay.
2 actions.
Bob, you're up first.
I can
I'm
make.
gonna
We talk about-
sort of panic and just cast blur,
Okay.
so they'll
You
have
use a bonus action,
disadvantage to hit.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah,
become
right.
kind
So
of
what you do
ethereal.
Yep.
is,
So
Okay.
I mutter a few words, and then
Plus,
suddenly my image
second
is
motion.
kind of spread out a little.
And then plus
Okay,
I have the
great.
elemental
Schrodinger's
stuff on
Bob.
back.
They may or
Tremaine.
may not hit me.
How many daggers was I able to get off the 2 guards?
You found 2 daggers.
Okay, I'm gonna throw one
One
dagger
each.
at the front guy and then
Okay.
try to hide.
Okay.
So my dagger at the guy is a 18 to hit.
Okay, that's a hit.
Great.
2 armor
For
strikes.
6 points of
attack
damage.
with your weapon, and then you can make 2 unarmed strikes. So
And then I'm
you
gonna
don't
try to
You
hide.
don't have a quarterstaff right now. You only have a short sword. So
I
you
got
use a short sword. So you actually attack
28.
3 times.
All right.
So the short sword.
And then
You hide.
Sweet.
Yeah. Sort of blend in with
With
the
the unarmed
stalactite.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
so that's like I
Wearing
punch
your
him.
camo
and-
pants.
Our guards go.
My whole body's
Catch and
camo.
kick or whatever.
Okay.
Check the chance.
Some
All
martial
right.
move.
One of them
Did you
sees
watch
you, but you're
action
hard to
movies?
see, so they have
No.
disadvantage.
Yeah, I could come up with
But
something.
he's still going to
Spinning back kick.
Right.
Elbow crane strike.
try and get you. So he
Kiss of the 4 winds.
fires at you with a hand crossbow.
Oh.
Okay.
So that's only a 12.
That is a
at
miss.
disadvantage.
Excuse me, Sarah. I
Yes.
forgot to roll my sneak attack damage.
Okay.
Can I roll that?
You-
or
yeah.
Since
Oh,
we're
yeah, go
past?
ahead, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. 16, 19.
Okay.
to that.
All right. So your dagger does, in fact, drop this drow.
Nice.
You aim it right for his heart.
Sweet.
So one of the
Lucky
drow
one.
goes, falls
That
to
was a
the
good shot.
ground. Um,
That's good.
one of the drow
Cross.
sees your shining underpants.
That's right. Of
and-
course he does. Of course he does. Come and get me, big boy.
But it probably hurt his eyes. So
Well,
Did
is
they
he-
all
is
see
he
your
within
under-
60 feet?
He is within 60 feet.
All right, then he's got disadvantage.
And
your underwear hurt.
That's right.
Your underwear hurts
yeah.
them.
It's so awesome that hurts
Hurts
your
all of
eyes.
us.
Yes, exactly. Psychic damage. All right, he moves up to engage you with his short sword. So with disadvantage, that is going to only be a 12.
Well, wait a minute. We haven't got our armor on, do we?
No.
So 12 is going to hit.
All right.
12 is going to hit.
All right.
For 6 points of piercing
Oh,
damage.
you daft bastard.
Tries to run you through.
All right.
The your original drow guard that you scorched with your
Yeah.
ray. He's going to try and grapple you because he doesn't have any weapons.
Okay.
He's going to try and take you down.
He wants those underpants.
They're magic. He doesn't want the bit of magic underpants.
Maybe he's going to try and lay on top to smother the light or something.
Okay, give it your best shot.
All right.
I know I'm going to probably not do so well on this
Well,
one. Not much of a grappler.
we'll see. Yeah, you're slippery or something. He can't get a hold of you at all.
All right.
He reaches for you and you just sort of sidestep out of his way.
What are you thinking?
And our other 2 remaining drow, one is going to fire on you with his crossbow.
Oh joy.
and one is going to come up and attack you with a short sword.
Okay.
But again, they have disadvantage. So, crossbow. That is a 12. No, 16 is the lowest.
Wow.
And does that hit?
Yes.
Okay.
How do I know if that hits? Or if he gets me with a short sword?
For 3
Yeah.
points of piercing damage.
So it's not going to hurt me.
So you
Oh,
don't
no,
wear
yeah,
armor.
16.
This
is
So
not
I'm good.
Okay.
because I have mage
No
armor.
armor.
your armor
Okay,
class
okay.
You're right.
is
it was
actually
on- I
10
forget
plus
about
your
the
dexterity
text.
modifier.
I'm
plus
afraid that it lasts that
your
long.
Yeah.
wisdom
Yeah.
modifier, so it
Always
actually is
have that on.
17.
Yeah,
Like,
always
that's
have it.
a
Always have it on,
dark
yeah.
vision
Blocks,
means actual
all right.
armor to protect us. You don't. You're
Okay.
all, like I said, you're like
You see the
Jet Li,
crossbow
right?
bolt just bounce
Yeah.
off of your mage armor. Pinot,
Yes.
short sword.
Okay.
That is going to be a 13 with disadvantage.
And I have 17.
17 on the
armor
class.
Okay,
class.
because you,
Yay, she's a
yep,
monk.
you're a monk.
No armor.
What's up?
Nice try.
So you do a cool monk move and block that sword attack. All right, Green.
So I'm looking down. These guys came up from below, or they came through the thing.
They came up from,
Are they
yeah.
kind of
below.
clustered together attacking us? Or?
No longer, because when they attacked, 2 of them moved up into you guys with their short swords. 2 are hanging back a bit with hand crossbows.
Okay.
Well, 1 moved up with a short sword, the other one.
But 2 of them, there's 4 of them now, right?
There's the guy that is
were
hiding in the
leaving.
alcove that tried to grapple you.
And then there's one that
and there's
attacked
3
me with the
remaining
sword.
guards that haven't been killed out of the
Right.
the guards
So
that came up.
I know that there's 2 that attacked me.
Mhm.
Those 2 plus, I guess my question is, how many more of them could I catch in perhaps a 15-foot cone without getting my allies?
If you wanted to get the guy that's in the alcove, you're going to have to sort of face his
If I
direction.
don't,
If you don't,
you
you
got
can get. You could get the others.
the other 3,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna concentrate on
Okay.
that then, and because I'll deal with him afterwards. You'll die last. And I put my hands out like this, and burning hands. They get to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
DC 16.
Okay. That is a 13. That is a 17. And that is also a 17.
So
Yes,
2 of them
so-
will take half damage,
Mhm.
and 1 of them will take full.
Okay.
Nice.
Full damage is 10 points. Half damage is 5.
All right. The one right in front of you takes the brunt of your burning hands. And the others take 5. Okay.
Hot
All
pits
right.
coming through.
Yeah. They all scream as flames lick their skin.
Just picturing this.
Pinot.
Okay. So I can make an attack with my short sword, and then I have multiple attacks that I can make as a monk.
Yep.
Yep.
So short sword first, right?
Mhm.
And that's, what do I say? It's
So-
1d6.
So you're going to
No,
roll
go
to
Go ahead
attack.
and roll your d20,
Oh, okay.
and add the +7.
14.
14 is not going to be good enough.
All right.
Okay,
So now you
um,
get 2 unarmed attacks.
So
Okay.
punch him.
So go ahead and roll both of those.
Punching.
1 for each.
Okay.
Punching and kicking and stuffing things.
So I got 16, and then do I?
This is a 14.
Oh, whoops. So 14.
So 22 and 10.
22 is going to do it.
Okay. Yay!
All right. So now you're going to roll some unarmed damage.
All right. Unarmed.
Right there.
Okay. So my d6 is.
It looks like a square.
Yep.
No,
Oh, whoops.
that one right there.
Thank you. I get. I rolled a 6 plus 5.
All right. 11 points damage.
Nice.
Ouch.
Yes.
That was 1. Okay.
Your sword missed, and you try and punch him once and miss, but you spin around and roundhouse kick him, and
Knocks him down.
and you hear his neck snap, and his body slips
Oh.
over the side of the ledge.
It's terrible.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice. And Valaforian.
How many are left?
3.
3 are left, and are they
Two
in a,
over there and one in the alcove.
one is in the alcove.
So
Okay.
that,
And he's the one that he said needs to die last.
He needs to die last.
Yeah.
So the 2
There's
are they
essentially
close
2.
together?
There's one in the alcove, one sort of engaged in this group that you guys are in, and then one still down the ramp a
Down
bit.
the ramp. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I will. The one that's away from the others.
Mhm.
I will do a lightning bolt
Okay.
and strike him with that. Let's see here. 23.
23 hits.
23 to hit.
23 to hit. Yes. And then let's see here.
Do you know when I can use my bonus actions?
That's what you just did.
Oh, I did. Okay,
Yep.
because I did.
Oh, and
this
each,
as my
my-
attack.
towards
sorry,
your
it's a
regular
dexterity
action.
saving
And
throw.
then I
My
Okay.
bonus action was
Flurry
blows.
the flurry of blows, right? It was
Right.
the 2 attacks.
What do I need to
What's your
roll?
DC?
But I could have used
Um,
like that or that
versus
or that,
your-
right?
Your save DC
A dexterity saving throw. Let's see here.
on
Against
the
your
second
spell
page.
DC.
What's
On
your
the
spell?
second page?
Or sorry.
I don't have.
What's your intelligence modifier?
It
Plus
is plus
4.
4.
And which proficiency bonus is?
3.
It's going to be +3.
So it should be
So
17.
17? Okay.
17.
Oh, spell. There it is. It's yeah.
I have all
And you said a dex saving
16.
throw?
Yeah, 16.
16. Okay.
Probably because your proficiency bonus at level
Right.
is 2.
Oh,
So
probably.
I only rolled an 11. He did not save.
Okay. Now we get to do 2d6, 8d6 of damage.
Nice, I think.
Oh, that's right.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
I get to spend a key point.
Let's see here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 28 damage.
All right.
Ouch.
You cast a lightning bolt at him. It surrounds him. You see his body light up. It's almost blinding. And when
Okay.
the light
So, what do you have your
dissipates,
key points as
you see just charred remains.
Key points?
Did his
And I can use
crossbow
up to 3.
survive?
So you used one now.
Yeah, it looks a little, it's a
Little
little
charred.
singed,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
But
Smoking
Use
a bit.
one and
Yeah.
get
There's some bodies
something
left
like
Yeah.
Yeah.
the soft material absorbed most of the damage.
Nice.
All right. Bob,
Bob is up. So there's 2
there are
remaining.
2 remaining,
But
and they're both in amongst you guys. now.
Okay.
One in the alcove and one sort of on the ledge where you guys are standing.
I can actually shape my spells around as long as it's level 1 or above. But just to be on the safe side, I'll try to copy what Rune did and spread my hands, but instead I'm going to unleash a magic missile.
Okay.
So, at the one in the alcove is the one that you called dibs on, right?
I didn't call dibs. I just said he dies last.
I'll attack the other one.
Okay.
I don't want to
You
make
don't have
any.
to roll attack.
I don't
Magic
want to
missile.
presume
Oh, yeah.
that I'm going to be the only one that kills things around here.
So magic missile.
You kind of have dibs on that one, though.
Yeah,
I'm going to punch him in the face. I'm telling you right now.
So,
He's pissed me off.
so it's 3 darts for 1d4 plus 1. So all 3 will hit him. So that's 3d4 plus 3. That's
Wow.
8, 10, 13 damage.
All right.
Nice.
Boom, boom, boom. These magic missiles come out, and you see them just strike him, and kind of he's bam, 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 and he slumps to the ground. His eyes staring and fixed.
Not quite what I was hoping for, but it was effective. So.
Yeah.
Hey, it works.
All right. You have one drow cowering in the alcove corner now, as all of his rescuers, who he thought we were going to come save him,
They say we
have
hold
been
him and let
defeated.
Bino kick him in the Delicate parts.
So Tremaine.
I'm gonna run after the crossbow, like, because there were two guys with crossbows, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whichever one's here that's less singed. I'm gonna
Okay.
grab that and crossbow bolts and just get ready.
Okay.
That's
All right.
it.
All right. This last remaining guard realizes his friends aren't going to be able to save him, and it might be a little bit before anyone else comes along. And he drops to his knees and he says, "I surrender."
I thought he already surrendered.
I think he was buying some time.
And this is without our stuff.
On the bright side, we have a new guide.
Uh-huh. I lock a collar and a leash on him.
Well, let me find some light on this situation for you. Sacred Flame.
All right.
Oh,
So he gets his dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Since he's on his knees,
19?
or he'll duck out of the way. Go ahead then. Kick him.
You could subdue him. So you could do like a non-lethal if you wanted to sort of subdue him, or you could just tie him up if you don't want to further
You can
batter
go
him.
down there and you can punch him in the face really hard.
Well, I need him conscious because he needs to continue taking us to the wherever they're keeping our stuff. Because I really just want to get to our stuff.
That'll work then.
Specifically the wine. And
If I could
it's
just
been a
get one
while. It's
little
been
crunch,
3
it'll make me
days.
feel better. I'm
Three
telling you
days.
right
3
now.
days.
3 days of
Just
no
punch
wine.
him.
So I want my wine more than I want to kill this guy. So yeah, I just subdue him.
Okay.
Grab him by
So
the-
you guys, sort of, wrap some things around him and sort of hold him captive. All right. I think it's break time. So we'll be back shortly.
nice.
Yay.
All right.
Your friendly co-hosts are back, and we've got Andrew with us to ask some questions about how the game is going.
Sure.
So how's the game going so far?
It's been fun. I mean, we're having to use our heads to get out of this situation since we don't have any weapons or armor. So been a bit of an adventure, I think. Good start.
Did you have any donation incentives or thresholds that are kind of hampering your character at all, or do you feel like you're pretty capable?
So I have some pretty good donations, but we won't get to see that until I discover my belongings. So
Oh, okay.
I've got some good
That's still
magic
coming.
items, I
All
think.
right.
But since it took a while before anybody donated for my name, so that's why I have no memory of who I am.
That's a good angle on that.
Great.
Yeah, yeah. I know some people who just kept asking and asking, and never ended up with anything.
So yeah, my party members have dubbed me Bob for now.
Bob, okay.
Until we can figure out what my actual name is.
All
I
right.
do know I have a splitting headache, but I'm kind of remembering that I'm a wizard as we go along.
All right.
So.
That's awesome.
Seems apropos for the Rage of Demons, given that madness is infecting the Underdark, and so maybe you've got one of the Demon Lord's brands of madness.
Could be.
Okay.
Not really sure why I lost my memory precisely. So
Okay. Well, we'll see if maybe that's revealed in the remaining 3 hours of the adventure.
we'll find out.
All right. Thanks, Andrew.
Thank you.
You can go ahead and go on.
So as a reminder, we have a few products. We have Out of the Abyss, and that is for sale right now. We also will have all of our team sign it, and we also have some miniatures left. So donate $25 in order to get this within the next few hours, and we will move on to another product as well.
Yeah, the address is at the top, bit.ly/D&D Extra Life. So you can go there, and just when you donate, make sure to tell us which product you're looking for. In the last hour, we've raised $575. So thank you so much to our donors, especially one of our donors who donated $500. That was amazing, and that's really making a big difference in children's lives. So we really appreciate that. Doug, why don't you come on over, and we'll ask you a little bit about how things are going for you. What do you think about the rest of the party so far? They're all eating, so you can be honest with us.
I don't know. There's a couple of guys that feel like they know what they're doing, but you know, we're still kind of trying to figure things out, especially since we've had all of our stuff taken and we're still
All
trying
of
to
your stuff taken.
Yeah. So you know, and we're in our underwear pretty much. So it's kind of revealing a little bit, but also you know, still trying to figure out what we're doing. So.
Yeah.
Did you? Did you guys have? How did you end up in your underwear? Was that
Well, we were captured and put into by the drow.
The
and-
drow are
yeah.
well known to like to put people in underwear. It's actually a common trait that they're
Yes.
associated with.
Are you guys keeping warm? Is it a little drafty in the Underdark?
So far, we've been okay, but you know,
Yeah.
it may. We're still kind of confused as to what's going on. So once we get a feeling of things, it may you know.
Get a little
Lolth
chilly?
is often
Yeah,
known
chilly.
as the demon queen of underpants. In fact, it's,
Okay. That explains a lot. You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's,
Especially since we had a light evocation that just came from underpants from one of the guys. So you know,
all right.
Yeah.
What happens in the underpants stays in the
Stays in the
underpants.
underpants,
Oh, in the underdark
Yeah.
as well. All right. Thanks,
yeah.
Doug.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, and for the next hour, we have a new incentive. We have some deluxe Sword Coast Legends codes that we're going to be giving out. We have 5 of these. So Sword Coast Legends is our new computer role-playing game that's going to be coming out on October 20th, and so we'll be sending you codes that you can access as soon as that comes out. It's a great game. It has both Dungeon Master mode, where the Dungeon Master can work with their other players to kind of create a experience not unlike this, as well as a single-player campaign that can be played for 30 or 40 hours, along with friends. In fact, we played a little bit in the office. I quite enjoyed dungeon mastering. What are your recollections of that, Alyssa?
Well, I think right now we might be in a little bit of a predicament. The entire campaign is actually going pretty well. I just would recommend not aggroing 2 or 3 different encounters at once.
Yeah, as I recall, I was building up the threat meter, and after I'd already slain Chris Dupuis' character, and Alyssa was the only character left, there was just sort of traps that were sort of scattered around, and hordes of enemies chasing, and some shrieks through.
We're in a bad spot right now.
Yeah.
To be continued.
Yeah. All right. So again, for the deluxe edition Sword Coast Legends codes, that's $100. We still have copies of Out of the Abyss signed that can be for gone for $100. We'll let you know when those are completely fulfilled, as well as some remaining of the Underdark miniatures. And so we will be cutting back to the rest of the group shortly to resume their underpants adventures in the Underdark, TM. And let's just wait here awkwardly.
All right, welcome back. In our last hour, our adventurers found themselves in a cavern in a drow stronghold. They were being held captive. They managed to escape in their underwear thanks to some well-placed spells, most particularly by our amnesiac wizard and shiny underpants.
Get the shiny underpants.
And taking one of the drow guards prisoner, they marched him down further into the stronghold. But he tricked him at the last minute as more guards came. Luckily, the party was able to overcome them. They now have a drow guard as their captive to help them find their stuff. Yes. All right. So you guys are now here. You started out up here, you've wound your way down, and you're now, you can see that you're near the area where the stronghold begins to curve back out into the island.
Okay. So I turn to our little drow who's surrendered and say, all right, let's hurry up. Let's get there.
He says, your goods, they'll be with the priestesses. They keep anything that looks valuable. If I remember right, I heard that you came with many things.
We did.
And
So
he
let's-
explains essentially that the priestesses, their temple is built down here near the lower level. It allows them to do some sacrifices and other things. But
Like you do.
in order to get down here, you notice when you look around that you're kind of on the last ledge. There's nothing below you. So you have to make your way inside where there are stairs carved onto the inside of this column that lead down below.
All right.
Or we could jump into the water, maybe.
It looks a little wide at the bottom.
Yeah, to jump into the water safely, you'd need to go all the way back up and jump out.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we
Okay.
would also have to
So there is something beneath us, just.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're still like a good 150 feet above
Oh.
ground, so
Okay.
How's
jumping
your diving
would
skills?
probably be
I know.
You must be
Can
a
you
hell of a
bounce?
leaper. I'm not going to make that jump.
yeah.
Do you happen to know the spell jump?
Besides, if I put myself in that water, I'm the biggest fishing lure in the lake.
That's why
All
we'd have
shiny
him
and
go
stuff.
first.
If I get
The
it.
drow. The guard. I'm going to recover my 2 daggers and
Okay.
as many crossbow bolts as I can find with the crossbow.
You say they keep the valuable stuff near them. Is that why they put you as far away as they possibly could and still keep you moderately useless?
He just shakes his head. It's like, what did I do to Wolf to deserve you?
I wasn't even supposed to be here today.
That's what you get for trafficking in spiders.
He says, I'll lead you near the priestesses.
What do we need to? Do we need to worry about the priestesses?
Of course we do. They're going to cast some spells on us.
Yeah.
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 He says, I'm nothing. The priestesses,
Oh, we know.
they're most powerful.
If you alert anybody else, you're dead. Just so we understand each other.
He's going to be dead anyways.
Very well.
And what if they learned you surrendered? Wouldn't that be like sudden death for you? 'Cause
I am in exile now anyway. I will lead you down, and then I will have to. I will have to leave.
So, okay.
Yeah,
I have a
show
plan.
culture, harsh.
You could get like the boat ready while we get our stuff.
I wouldn't trust him to get my underpants ready. I say he just goes. before we think otherwise.
All right, let's go.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
You keeping him with you, or are
Get
you?
our stuff.
Are you
He's
sending?
going to lead us to the priest, right?
Okay.
yeah.
Yes.
He has
Yep.
to show us which room.
Up until that point, yes.
Okay. All right. So he leads you down in through one of these alcoves where you find a short tunnel leading back. A couple other rooms off of that, but there's a spiral staircase that has been carved into the inside of this, the limestone leading down. And he says, we must go down here.
So
The stairwell's well lit by your underpants.
as we're walking, I'm going to ask, so just as a point of interest, which way do we go to get out of here?
Says,
Yeah, how are you getting out here?
I'm taking a boat down the river.
Ah, seems reasonable.
Well, that's a good start anyways. Perhaps I'll run into another gnome or two.
Okay. So I guess we'll wander on down. Anything else before we get to the chamber?
The Chamber of Priestess.
Which way do we go then?
All right, so he leads you down the stairs, and when you get down here, it starts to branch. So you see more corridors and things than you saw up here. Up here, most of the entrances were carved in, and you had to access them from the outside. Here, it seems to have been carved from the inside out. More chambers and things, and he eventually leads you down a hallway where the walls are carved with spider web motifs.
Oh, we're getting close, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I like the spiders.
Rather than just the bare carved stone floor, there are silk runner carpets, rugs down this corridor, and at the end of this corridor, some doors on either side, but a large carved door with a motif of a large spider on it. He says, that is their chamber.
Roughly on average, how many priestesses are in there at any given time?
There are two. Dardiana, she's the head priestess, and Alistine, she is her assistant. She's training.
And are they good with like fighting stuff, or are they there just worshiping something?
They're not to be trifled with.
Okay.
I say we knock them out, time up.
Yep.
All right.
With the hilt of the dagger.
Yeah,
Just
pommel
bam,
smash.
right in the,
Yep.
yeah.
We'll show him as much honor
Knock
as he
him out.
showed us.
His eyes roll back in his head, and he slumps to the ground
All right.
unconscious.
Hog tie him,
Okay.
Time to sneak
throw him in the
into
closet.
Look in.
All right.
Do
If
we
there's a
have
closet.
something to hog tie him with?
How long do your underpants glow?
For an hour.
Okay. Do you want to? It's not quite an hour yet. You're going to wait until they're stuck glowing, or are you going to go in
Oh no.
shining and?
I
Yeah.
want to be as shiny as it can be.
I will go ahead and trigger mage armor, though.
Okay.
Let me know when you're ready.
Now that
We'll
you know,
get
you
going
probably
in.
have that spell. Yeah.
I
Are you
will
ready
fear
now?
for my life.
You ready? Yeah? Yeah? All right, I walk
Everybody.
down the corridor towards the room.
Okay.
Is there a door?
There is a door. It's a carved stone door with a spider motif on it.
Do you want to check this one for traps as well?
Yeah, I'll check it for traps.
Okay.
Just in case.
All right.
I'd back away from the door at this point.
Yeah, oh, right.
Yeah, I'll be over there.
Walking back.
24.
24. No traps.
All right. Does it need to be picked, or is it already open?
It's not already open. You don't. I mean, you're gonna try the handle, see if it's locked.
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay.
Is it already locked, or is it locked?
All right.
I have to check.
It does not appear locked.
All right. I don't need me for this one.
I open it up.
Go ahead, boss.
And I stride in. Are they in it?
Yes. So you open the chamber or the door.
So when I walk in the
Uh-huh.
room, I look at the two priestesses and I'm like, so I was looking for my pants. Have you seen them?
As their eyes hurt.
Yes, yes. Yeah, you definitely surprised them with your glowing underpants. So the chamber. The chamber is roughly like this. There's a, your door is here. And at the end of this wall here is a large altar. You can see offerings and things all over it. There's some tapestries, lots of spider motifs. And there's like a sort of a lounge area over here with a bunch of pillows and things. And
Slaves peeling grapes.
yeah. In this corner, you see a large chest with like adamantine hardware on it that looks like almost like it's molded to look like spider legs grasping the top of this chest. And in the room are two female drow in robes and finery. Standing with their backs to you, worshipping at the shrine.
How big is the room again, Sarah?
It's a roughly 25 feet square, 25 by 25.
It's not big.
It's not big. It's a shrine room.
You'll want to be careful with that fireball.
Yeah.
It'll fill the room.
And in the in these two corners, standing guard, are two male drow.
Hey, victims.
All right, so you have surprised them. So what do you want to do? Shiny underpants.
What do I want to do?
Yes. You get to do something before they get to do something.
Wow. Okay. All right then. I'm going to cast a spell. Oh, I can't do that right now. I don't have a material component.
Right.
That sucks.
Yeah, unfortunately I can't either.
Yeah.
Well, I can cast some spells. I just can't cast them all. So, which of the two drow look like they're the oldest? Let's start with that.
The one on the right
The one
has
on-
much more finery and ornate robes and things than the one on the left. They don't look necessarily older or younger because they're drow, but one definitely looks like she might be more powerful.
Okay then. I'm going to cast Guiding Bolt on the older of the two, and I will go ahead and cast it. At 4th level.
Okay.
I rolled a 1.
Do you have a reroll donation?
I do not have a reroll donation.
Oh.
Can I get a reroll donation?
Hurry up now.
Quick.
All right then. So,
So what is your bolt? What does this guiding bolt
it's just
do?
a big beam of light that fires down into the room.
Uh-huh.
But not one to be like, put down by false misses. I stride into the middle of the room. I fire off the guiding bolt that goes by them, and I stride into the middle of the room so that the light fills the chamber.
Okay.
Right? And I say, Alistair, he brings her love.
All
Get in here!
right. Everybody roll initiative.
That was sad.
Oh, I'm at the other end of the spectrum this time.
Hey, I'm at the other end.
And you're inside now too, aren't you?
He is.
What?
You're inside now, aren't
I
you?
did go inside.
Damn it. Okay.
You aren't going to want to cast a fireball in here because it's too small. It'll come out into the thing and a little
Yeah.
thing. And
Yeah.
25-foot chamber, and it's a
Yeah, that's
40-foot
true.
sphere, right?
Well,
It's bloody
yeah,
big.
you're right. Yeah, you're right. It is 40 feet, 20-foot radius.
Yep.
That is true.
Yeah, the first thing I thought was casting a fireball, and then I
Just
thought
like-
again.
Yeah, right.
I can step back out of the room.
All right,
and
Rune, what's your initiative?
I got 16.
Okay, Pino,
11.
Bob,
5.
Tremaine,
19. I'm on the other end than I was last time, too.
and Valaforian.
16.
All right, nice rolls.
Well, some of us.
All right. Tremaine. Rune, what's your initiative modifier?
My initiative modifier is +2.
Okay, and Valaforian?
2.
Okay, so just do that. Alphabetical. Let's see.
We could have a dance-off.
Yeah. Pino
All right, then. I'm all for the dance
Performance
off.
check.
and Bob.
I can do this.
All right, Tremaine, you're first.
Um,
You see your buddy stride into this room, glowing underpants, say some snide remarks, cast a spell.
Backfire.
Yeah.
It wasn't the perfect plan.
But it was a good one.
I'm going to stay sort of behind him in the hallway there, and I'm going to shoot a crossbow bolt at the one on the left, and then attempt to hide.
Okay. So, Rune's right here in the center.
Great.
And so you're coming in, and you're going to come
I'm staying in the hallway.
in the hallway. Okay.
Yeah.
Hanging
All right.
back around
Shoot
the corner.
and cast in your
Yes,
crossbow bolt.
that one, and then going to try to hide, blend in with the wall like I
Got
do.
it. All right.
All right. Crossbow. There we go. 15 to hit.
15 is not going to do it.
Okay, so then I try to hide.
Okay.
I got 26.
All right. Okay. So you fire a crossbow bolt at the priestess on the left. She looks, she's in robes and things, but it hits her, but you hear it hit metal. So she's got some sort of armor on underneath her robes.
Okay.
Metal.
Metal.
All right. Before you can go, Rune, our drow priestesses are going to get their turn.
So you're in the middle of the room with glowing underpants, waiting.
All right, the one on the right, the elder of the two,
I
she
presented
looks at
myself.
she looks at you, Rune, and she says, how dare you bring Elistray to Loth's shrine?"
It was simple, really. It was simple.
Indeed, good sir.
I just walked in. In fact, you invited me upstairs.
And she
Perhaps you should have thought about that before you took me captive.
She extends her hand towards you, and you see a puff of some sort of gas
Oh, thank you. I'm fine now.
Am
come
I-
out of her.
Am I able to take a reaction at this time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I have a counter spell, so if I know she's casting this
Okay.
spell.
So you see her reaching her hand towards him.
I like, that doesn't look good.
No! It's not a good touch she's offering.
So I instinctively reach out to try and stop it. If it's a 3rd level or lower, it'll automatically fail. But if it's higher than that, she gets a check, an ability check on the spellcasting ability, and it's 10 plus that
Okay.
spell's level.
All right. Well, it's a cantrip, so it fails.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
So she holds her hand out like this, and nothing happens.
Nice.
That's right then. It's the power of the underpants.
Yeah, you actually probably didn't even see me gesture.
All right. The other priestess. Moves over to this guard here for protection. And she knows you guys are out in the hallway, but let's see. She looks at your glowing underpants.
Of course she does.
She can't take her eye off.
She
though.
can't take her eye off.
She's like, she's trying to do something and she just.
She keeps getting distracted.
Is she pretty?
Yeah, well, yeah, you might find her pretty as a drow.
Right.
She mutters some words, and what spell level is your
Daylight?
daylight?
It's 3rd level spell.
Okay. It ends. The glow just stops.
Oh.
Oh.
Your underpants return to normal. All right. So she dispels the magic on your.
Well, it's not
Glowing
uncommon.
underpants.
Performance issues and the like.
And you hear her say, "Seize him." All right. Rune.
When she says "sees him," Rune like puts his hands together and says a quiet benediction to Alistrae, and a guardian of faith appears right next to me.
Ooh.
And there's basically a glowing, like female drow, only she's wearing almost nothing, and she has a long sword, right? And the holy symbol of Alistrae is upon her, and it's floating in the air, and it's a guardian of faith. So if they get close to me, something bad will happen to them.
All right.
Nice.
And I say, you'd better back off before something bad happens to you.
All right.
Go ahead, seize me. you half-bastard.
Balaforian.
The priestess and the drow are together. Are they? They're close together.
Over here, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, they're side by side.
So I poke my head out and launch a flaming sphere
Okay.
that encompasses them. It's a 5-foot diameter sphere.
Nice.
And it's they must take a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. So we'll start with the warrior. Got a 15.
Against 17.
17. Yeah.
Okay, so fails. And our priestess. Only a 6, so another fail.
Nice.
Okay. 7 on the first, and 4 on the second.
All right.
Flaming sphere of doom.
Yep.
But it persists, right?
Yes, it does persist.
Okay.
Yeah. So if they start their throw within their turn within 5 feet of it, they have to save.
Okay.
Nice.
Right, and then
Cool. So that got him now, and it'll get him again
Yeah.
before they can do anything next
Yep.
turn. That's awesome.
Okay.
And I can move it around too.
nice.
Sweet. Keeps following you. Yay, flaming sphere.
Pinot.
I'm still out in the hallway.
Yeah, you're seeing like, light and then no light and then some flaming thing that went into the room and.
Okay.
Come on in, help us
And
along.
the one priestess up at the front, she's still standing there.
She's a little
Yep,
bit
she has.
stunned.
Yeah,
She has
she tried to cast a spell, didn't
Okay,
go
didn't-
so well. She's
and that's
still standing there.
Okay. And then the drow and the other priestess,
That's
they
what I
got
didn't know
the
about.
fire
Figured it
thing.
was
Yeah,
better to not
you didn't
let
see
it
what
happen.
happened. You just saw.
Okay.
You know that she's no longer there.
Absolutely.
You don't
Okay.
know that
Especially
these,
if she would've
these
won person
guards
that
are in
could
the
save our
corners.
lives.
Okay.
What's that?
Go get her. Yeah, especially when it was her first move.
Okay. So I'm gonna go after
That's
the
usually a bad
priestess that's
This one?
yes, that one.
All right.
And
With your short sword, or are you gonna?
I
That's all you have right now, right?
I have a
Yep.
short sword, that's all I have. Or I can do one of my elemental powers.
Your monk powers. Cool.
This one will cost me 2 key points,
Mhm.
but
If
it
you
would
wanna do
be
it, it's pretty
really
good, actually.
powerful. So
Yeah.
she's priestess,
Mhm.
so I should probably use it on her.
Mhm.
So I want to do Fist of Unbroken Air,
All right.
and
Nice. They must. It's a strength saving throw
Okay.
for them, and on a failed save, they take 3d10 and plus an extra 1d10 for each additional key point.
So you could
I
put
spend.
one more key point into it if you want to. You could spend 3,
And it would be
and it would be
4d10.
4d10 damage. If
Okay.
And is it half that if she?
What happens if she saves?
On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damaging, and I
You don't
can't knock him down.
Okay, so you want to spend an extra key point to make it 4d10?
Yeah.
All right, so she's going to try her save.
Okay.
Strength save. And I rolled a 1.
Nice!
You want to use your
Okay, this is. Where
I
you
do not want to
continue.
use my DM
Okay.
reroll
So
yet.
roll those 2 twice and I'll roll.
Okay.
Here. Make it easy.
Okay.
There you go. Kick her ass, Seabass.
Okay, so I've got
Right on.
7, 15, 20
Okay,
dice.
Plus it knocks her prone, right?
And knocks her down. That's right.
right.
Nice.
That's what you get. All right, so you're down to 4 key points now,
Which is
just-
good, because
just
we're...
fine.
Yeah.
You can't spun them if you're dead.
That's right.
Nice. Your fist of air just hits her in the face, and you see, like spit as her head clocks sideways, seemingly for no reason, but it's your air strike.
And now she's lying on her back.
And she sort of gets lifted up and falls at the foot of her shrine.
You know, that's the funny thing about Alistrehi. She's got friends. She's got like a spider queen.
Nicely done. All right, so our warriors.
Wow.
Come in
You
and
really
get me,
did
big
the
boy.
last. Which is really like first.
right. It is first in the next round.
Uh-huh.
That's how I think of it. I'm acting first in round 2.
Hmm?
I said I feel like I'm acting first in round 2.
This kind of looks like
Yeah, you
that.
can,
doesn't it?
yeah, think of it that way.
It's perspective.
All
The
right.
important thing, Bob, is you don't take it personally.
Oh,
You don't take it
so the warrior, the one over there, takes some damage now, right?
This one, does he?
'Cause he's
So
on the
he's
flaming
standing
sphere?
next to the flaming
Yes.
sphere when
Yep.
he starts his turn. So what
Yep.
happens?
Dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Versus 17.
Yeah, he failed that.
Nice.
8 damage.
Right.
Nice. So he's crispy.
Yes.
Your saving throw DC is. It didn't matter this time because you rolled a 1, but I don't know that we have that on your character sheet.
All right, and
This is that strength and
No, it's a little different. I'll show you. But right, the key, it says key
he
saving
moves
DC.
up to
It's 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your wisdom modifier. So
Rune.
wisdom is 3, and
Okay.
that's 3, so that's
Rune.
6, so that's 14. Yes. Okay, so he moves up to
He
me.
is moving up to you. What do
Okay,
you?
so when he gets within 10 feet of
Mhm.
me, he needs to make a dexterity saving throw
Okay.
as the guardian lashes out at him.
11.
Okay, so he fails, and he takes 20 points of radiant damage.
Ooh.
Nice. He is really crispy.
Yeah.
Is he still up?
He is still up.
All right,
Nice.
you're about to kill me.
Yeah, you see him kind of stumble a bit as he moves up to you, and your guardian engages him. But despite that, he continues forward, and he.
So the number they have to
Uh,
do is 14 or better, basically, on anything
So
that
if they
requires a
don't-
saving throw.
if they don't get 14
he
or higher.
slashes at you with his
Then
short
they
sword,
fail, yeah.
Okay.
and he's going to follow up with a slash back. So two attacks.
All right then.
All right, one of them is a 26.
Yeah, I'm gonna go on a limb and say that me dressed in my underwear, he's got
Mhm.
me.
So you take 5 points of piercing damage.
Ouch, quit it.
And 13 points of poison damage.
Oh.
That was rude.
You
This is
feel
why-
it, that
This is why you lot don't have any friends, I'm telling
Yeah.
you.
it hurt, and you notice that there seems to be something coating his blade.
Mhm.
Ooh, that's not good.
The other one comes up to the. Who's standing in the doorway?
You cast, and you're hidden.
I'm hidden.
You're hidden.
I haven't even acted yet.
Yeah, so
I have
you're
no
in the
idea
doorway.
what's going on.
So
Well,
he-
I reacted.
Moves up the doorway and attacks you. Also, trying to attack you with 2 short swords attacks.
Your base AC is 13 plus your dex mod.
Yeah.
So both
Oh.
of those are
It's
16.
Yeah. 16 is what I have.
Okay, so he hits you with both of them.
Ouch. Ouch.
First one is 6 points piercing damage and 10 points of poison damage.
Yeah, fun.
Ouch.
Other one is second stab gives you 8 points of piercing damage. Ooh, and 12 points of poison damage.
Shit.
Wow.
He,
So 16, 8, and 12?
yes.
Wow, okay.
Are you still up?
I'm bloodied, definitely. Oh, well, no, bloodied is not a thing anymore, is it? Never
Well,
mind.
you can say you're bloodied, because you are.
Yeah. Yeah. We're playing 4E too much. Yeah, I'm not doing well.
He might need a healer.
I think we're all gonna need a hero when we're done here.
Yeah, I'm down to 6.
Wow.
Perhaps you should back up.
I just wish I had some.
You're in the doorway, right?
Yeah.
I can't get to you. I can't get to you. I can't.
All right,
Bob.
Bob,
Time to save us.
you
Yes,
see, yeah,
It's all you.
Do
It's all on you.
It's all about you.
If I
You've
had
got
a bit
it.
of bat guano, I could make an explosion.
This one's for you.
Maybe like it's a tense moment, it triggers something, and he remembers like a powerful.
Do you have any more magic mucilax?
Wishful thinking.
That's a good idea. So I don't have.
Well, I saw what happened to the last guy you hit with that, and then he died.
I will go ahead and fire a magic missile up. So I'll wave my hands and do some chanting. This time I might be casting the right spell.
Who are you targeting?
So I'm going to unleash it with a 3rd level, which means I get 2 additional darts.
Okay.
I will fire at the warrior that is
In
Get the one in the doorway.
in the doorway.
Yeah, the
because
one
I
next
can
to
see
me.
Can't
that
see
one.
this one.
The
So
one-
yeah, I'll hit him
Well,
with.
he's-
Actually, no.
Oh, yeah, he
went
moved up to
me.
me.
He's up
Yep.
to me, but
can't see him.
he's looking really crispy right now, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got him.
I'm a little worried you might have to do some other, unless you can multitask.
Get this one out from between me and in the doorway.
So I'll just hit him with all 5.
Okay.
That's right.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Well done.
11,
That was better than average. I'm
15.
telling you. There's a lot of 4s there.
19 plus 5, so 24.
24. Wow. Nice.
Very nice.
Well, that hurt him pretty good.
Yeah. I think I'm getting the hang of this guy.
That's good.
Apparently, I've had some training. Okay. Tremaine.
Crossbow bolt to the guy in the doorway
That's right. Finish
in the
him off.
head.
You can clear the path. I'll get you.
Nice. 21 to hit.
All right. 21 hits.
Eight, 21 points of damage.
Ooh.
And then I will attempt to hide again. I'll back up a little bit, try to hide.
Is he still up?
He is still up, but he looks pretty beat up. Yeah. You
26 to
you
hide.
didn't manage to like get him in a critical point on his head, but he's bleeding freely from his face.
Good. And a 26 to hide.
Okay. Yep. You're hidden.
Sweet.
All right. Our priestesses. My priestesses. All right. So Dardiana is flat on her butt, up against the shrine. She stands up, murder in her eyes.
Charging at the monk, maybe?
I made it mad.
You did make her mad. Luckily, you're a fast one.
And
It did move, I think, on that. It did move her 20 feet away. So would that have
She should be
repositioned
up
her?
on the altar.
yeah, she's like against it
Oh,
because
okay.
it's
So
yeah.
it didn't
There's
move
nowhere
her.
else for her to go.
Oh, okay. So she went.
Smacked her up
So she
close.
went.
Just that, yeah, I mean,
Bam,
it's-
and then-
Okay.
I didn't redraw her dot, but she's up against that. So she gets
Lost
to
a
her
tooth.
feet, kind of using the altar to help herself stand back up.
Hmm.
And she mutters some words, puts her hand out again. And you see a cloud of insects burst into the air in the corridor here.
Not good.
Yuck.
What do I have against that?
So it's essentially
Wow.
Is that going to affect her guy as well?
Yep. But he's disposable.
No.
Of course he is.
He's almost disposed.
He's a red shirt.
Can I react at this point, or?
I need you.
It's not going to
Anyone
get you.
who's in
You're
this
not- well, you're
area
not-
here.
Oh.
She's not in the hallway.
She's not. She's.
You're up
she's-
by her.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I moved up by
She
the
moved up by her.
Yep.
priestess. Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you're out of that.
You're up next to me.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Just
think
a
it's
little bit north of me.
the three of us.
It's the three of
probably.
those guys. Okay.
Us
Yes,
guys.
that's the bad part because
I
he's
need-
almost down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to make all three of you need to make me a Constitution saving throw.
That's wrong. Critical fail.
Okay. Do you have a reroll?
I do not.
Uh-oh.
10.
10.
13.
Okay. You
can't
all
be.
failed your saves.
Uh-oh.
So
Plus
Is this something
I
that
have,
dodging might help?
I have a shield
mhm,
that
that
it's
you can cast to.
that on a reaction.
That what it does. I think that only increases your armor class, right?
Yeah,
it doesn't help
which
with
I don't
the
think it
save.
helps in this case.
would be if
yeah,
I was
looking
attacking
at
you
it.
with it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And I have uncanny dodge, but I don't think that's not a...
Not going to help you when you're in a cloud of
Yeah.
insects.
That's only dexterity, I think.
Yeah.
It will. Yeah, if you saved, you would take no damage.
Well, that's
instead
not
of-
too
yeah.
bad. So, all three of you take 13 points of piercing damage as these swarming insects bite into you.
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay.
So do they stay?
Ooh. They are. They stay there for now, but we'll see if they dissipate or not.
Okay, fair enough.
Right now, you see her concentrating.
Ah,
Oh, nice.
concentrate.
Oh, does the guard go down also?
The guard. That is. Thank you for reminding me. The
problem.
guard has to do that. He missed his as well. So he takes 13. Yes, you see bugs swarm over his face, and he falls down, effectively out of the fight. But this area is still filled with insects, flying insects.
Can I do anything at this point? To no, I can't.
Not yet.
Okay.
Well, not unless you have something that lets you act as a reaction to this.
No.
All right, the other priestess.
Oh, she starts with damage, right?
Yeah,
The
she'll
Yes.
start
flaming
with-
spear.
With the flaming spear,
Okay.
yeah.
So-
Even though
So
I'm
she needs to
down,
make a
'cause that
dex-
shouldn't
dex
matter
save.
because
The flaming sphere requires concentration.
it does.
Oh.
Yeah, it does. I think,
Yeah.
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 Okay,
Well,
so
but,
never mind.
well, but it's so. It lasts for the duration. What does that mean? The duration.
Oh, what's the duration right here?
Of the
Concentration up
concentration?
to a minute.
Okay.
Up
So
to-
you
Yeah.
have to
Yeah.
So
concentrate
as
on
soon
it.
as
So you
you're not
As soon as you
unconscious,
fell unconscious,
Then it
goes
it
away.
Yeah, it's
leaked
gone.
out of
Okay.
existence.
Yeah, that's-
Okay.
So
That's
had
okay,
she
yeah.
gone before the high priestess, she would
Yeah.
have taken damage.
Yeah,
That's all right.
All right. You see her turn around, press her hand against a carving on the wall. Those of you who are in the room see this. And a passageway opens up, and she disappears into it.
She might be getting
She
reinforcements.
bravely ran away.
Run away. Yeah.
So now you know there is a passageway.
Coward.
Which might be handy,
Uh-huh.
And she
especially if we can't
fled
find her
through
stuff.
there.
Mhm.
Rune.
All right, let's try this then. Cast it third level. I'm gonna try Guiding Bolt again, and I'm going to aim it at the priest who's concentrating on the spell.
Okay.
21.
21 hits.
Okay then. Six, 12 points of damage.
Right.
And she needs to make a concentration check.
Okay.
Just con, right? What she has.
15. For concentration, 15. No.
No,
Okay.
she's fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
it wasn't that bad.
So that's a DC 10 plus level of the spell?
It's concentration. I believe it's 10 or like half the damage or something like that.
Gotcha.
Whichever is greater. So it's gonna be 10.
I'm sure it'll
Yeah.
be fine. We'll look it up.
Yeah.
all right, Valiforian. You are
I am down.
making a
so-
death saving throw.
Yes.
And here's where you track your successes and failures.
You got
Ooh,
time.
that's not
That's not a success.
good. No.
So
All right.
one failed save.
One failed save.
Okay.
Pino.
Yeah, Pino.
Okay. So I'm standing next to Priestess.
You're like
Grass.
up in her grill.
Okay. Let's see. What can I do?
She's not looking at you. She's looking at that swarm of insects.
Okay, I totally want to like disconnect whatever she's doing. So,
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
stab her over and over again. She'll stop. I'm telling you, it works every time.
yeah, and she's just looking at it. Like her arms aren't up or anything. or
I mean, you
whatever.
know, she's doing
Okay.
something, but it's, yeah.
So
She's not, wiggling her arms in the air.
Okay.
She's squinting her eyes a little.
Yeah.
So I think I want to do. I want to, I guess, take my short sword and attack.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll. But she's wearing
If you
armor.
want to spend a key point, you can also do the extra attacks right there.
Okay. So I'll spend one key point.
Yes, that's all you need.
And so I have the short sword attack, and then I can follow with 2 unarmed
Cool.
attacks.
All right.
So, I know that she's wearing armor underneath because of
Only
the.
hope so much. So.
Okay, so I'll try stabbing her with my short
Mhm.
sword.
Go for it.
So
And I
Three
need to
attack
roll
Roll
the d6.
roll that. Plus 7.
Yeah. And that's a 6, so plus 7 for 15. Right? Is that a 6?
That's not a 6, that's a 9.
Oh,
That
okay.
one's a 6.
If it's
but it'd be 16.
16,
okay.
Yes.
16 is going to hit.
Okay.
All right.
And then I get the 2 unarmed.
2 unarmed attacks. There you go. Well, that's the same as you did before. That's going to hit,
11
and
and
that'll
a-
hit as well.
All right.
Okay.
So,
So
you
she'll
hit
have
Do
to
some
do-
damage.
So you're going
And she'll have to do 3 concentration checks too.
That's
The
right.
unarmed.
And
So
it's 10
one of
or the
those,
amount of
and
damage,
one of
whichever is
those,
higher for concentration
and I'll
difficulty.
do them one at a time. So
Okay.
do the short sword first.
But each of these will be
Nice roll.
independent.
So that was a 6,
So 10 points on the first one,
and that was a 1.
and 6 points on the second one, And then one more for the extra unarmed attack. So it's another
7.
7. Yeah. So 10, 6, 7.
Okay. So 23.
And 3 concentration saves. And
Difficulty
they'll all be
10.
DC 10. Yeah.
Yep. That's not good. 18. And ooh, I rolled 2 low ones. So,
So
she
she loses
yep,
the
she
spell.
loses the spell.
Awesome. Yay.
So the bugs are gone?
Yep, the bugs just fade
Fly
away.
Nice. Thank you, Monk. Go Pinot.
All right. Our warrior with Rune. He's going to continue to attack you, trying to give his mistresses a chance to escape.
Of course.
So 1 short sword. Is a 23,
Yep.
and 1 is a 19.
Yep. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
This could be bad.
Yeah. With all the poison damage.
So 12 points of piercing damage. No poison this time.
Oh. Yay.
Just piercing damage.
It all came off on you last time.
Nice.
You already got it all in.
Well, that's a relief. Hey, Bob, why don't you do something?
I'm doing what I can.
It's your turn.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Um,
Because the other warrior's dead.
there's 2 remaining, right? The priestess and the.
And the waiter. Go for the priestess. She's more dangerous, I can assure you.
Yeah, I'll just launch, not a fireball, but a ball of fire, a bolt of fire
Okay.
at her. See how this goes. It is 17.
17 hits.
Okay. And then 2d10. Just 7.
All right. Well, she didn't like that. Yeah. But we're going to take a break
Okay.
and
Okay.
at the end of this round. So we'll find out what happens in a few minutes.
Great.
Good.
Extra Life Marathon. So much to go. We have with us Heather. Heather, what character are you playing?
I am playing Pinot Redwinian,
Which
a half-elf monk.
doesn't have a reference at all to any sort of alcoholic beverages, I'm sure.
100%, yes.
Was. Okay. What was the inspiration? Who donated to that, and why in particular do you know, did they choose that name?
You know, originally I was going to do options for names, but as I was coming up with options, that one came up and I fell in love with it. So I kind of just said, this is who I'm going to be.
Okay, all right. Did you have any donors who donated particularly interesting traits or aspects of your character?
Let's see. Yes, and it has to do with wine, and I love
Naturally.
that. Which I hope we get a chance to get to that.
All right.
I don't know if I want to give it away yet, though.
Okay,
'cause it's
we'll
really
keep it a
good.
secret.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have
So tell us a little bit about what's going on in the session right now.
Well, we are trying to, we escaped from a stalactite prison room, and we've made our way down the stalactite, stalagmite.
Stalagmatite.
Yes, rock formation from the ceiling. We're making our way down. We did have a drow captive who surrendered and led us to the room which should have our stuff, but we found 2 priestess and some drow, and I think we're
Engaged
winning
in
that one.
hostile negotiations.
Yes.
Are you guys still in your
very
underwear?
hostile. Yes.
Really? So hostile negotiations in your underwear.
Yes.
It's a pretty good icebreaker.
And a glowing pair of at that. So
Yeah.
fortunately, the glowing underwear has saved us in multiple cases.
They'll have to get that into the future Dungeon Master's guide.
Yes.
Plus
I
1 pair of
recommend.
glowing underwear.
I think this
Yes.
will have to be permanent lore
Yeah.
within our IP.
Glowing underwear. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks for joining us. We're going to talk a little bit about some of our giveaways and
Okay.
then go on to our next guest.
Yes.
Thanks, Heather.
Thank you. And thanks for the donors. Thank you.
Yeah. So I believe we just broke $56,000 during the last hour. So thank you very much to our donors who have been contributing. Yay! Yeah. Again, all this money goes towards the Children's Miracle Network Hospitals. Extra Life puts all the funds directly into that. It's all tax deductible. And we're just trying to give away some things to our donors to really incentivize them to give into this. So, Alyssa, you want to talk a little bit about what we still have available?
Yeah, so we still have the Out of the Abyss copies that will be signed, and those are going
3
for
copies still.
$100 donations. We still have the miniatures for the Underdark series, and those are going for $25. How many
As-
of those left?
I think we have maybe 8 or 9 left. And then we have the Sword Coast Legends Deluxe Edition codes, and all of those are still available. So since we have a number of items still available, I am going to be putting together a poll that you can respond to on Twitch shortly, in which you can either give all the players rerolls, inspiration we'll say actually, or we'll discount all of the items. You guys get to decide. Altruism, or, well, I guess it's still altruism because it's donating money to kids.
Is it though?
Okay, so, and we'll move on to our next guest. Kirgan, you want to come on?
Hello.
Hello. Welcome.
Thank you.
How's the game going so far? Get on in here.
Get in
cozy.
here. All right.
Yeah.
Game's going great.
Yeah.
Character's in his underwear, but soon he will be clothed.
Yeah, we are hearing a lot about the underwear.
Yeah, it's a little drafty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not you though.
Chilly.
Is that you? With the underwear?
The glowing
Or is it
underwear?
everybody?
Oh,
Everybody's in
no.
there.
We don't have the,
Oh,
no.
oh,
I
okay.
assume you'll be talking to Mr. Glowy Underpants in the next segment.
Oh, exciting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes. But when my character is clothed, this is what he looks like.
Oh, that's
Oh my
awesome.
gosh.
Yes.
Who made that?
My daughter did. So when I came home talking about this and I started describing the character that I was thinking of, she was inspired and decided to do a piece
That
of
is
art.
so cool. Hey, Sean, can you bring in the camera a bit on this if it's not too much trouble? It's a really cool piece of art.
Yeah, and I had put it on my Extra Life page as a donation level for
Is it still-
$100.
is it still available?
It is still available.
Awesome. So if you search in Extra Life for Kirgan,
I
probably
think it's
Kirgan will pull
D&D
it up.
Kirgan, but
Yeah.
yes.
D&D Kirgan, you should be able to find him, and that cool piece of art is still available. Is that a dwarf or a gnome?
It's a dark gnome or deep gnome.
Oh, deep gnomes are
S-
Neblin.
I
Yeah.
can't remember. Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yep, they will feature in my adventure tomorrow.
Nice.
Very cool.
Yeah, very
Yeah.
cool race. A lot of fun.
Very cool.
But
Well, I hope you get your clothes soon because that's a
Yes.
very cool looking character.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Awesome. Well, let's go ahead and we'll talk a little bit about some of our more incentives.
Great.
But thank you very
Thanks.
much for joining us. Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right. So the new item for this hour is that we have some awesome shirts from Table Titans from our friends over at PvP Online, Scott Kurtz. Table Titans is a partner of ours who does a cool kind of D&D comic, and Alyssa's going to totally break into this thing and wear it.
I will wear this.
You better.
So,
The internet awaits. No.
Here we go.
Put it
Oh,
on.
I actually have to put this
You are
on.
actually
Okay,
going to have to put it on.
I have
Because,
committed.
Yep.
Okay,
All
here we
right.
go. This might look a little large on me.
Sure.
I believe this is a unisex cut.
Yeah, we believe we have larges and Conlon, do we have larges and extra larges of the shirts, or large and medium? So we have 5 of those. We'll do our best to accommodate sizes. So these are $25 donations. If you donate $25, just let us know that you want the shirt and what size, and we will get back to you on what's available. That looks enormous on you and ridiculous.
I believe it fits me perfectly.
I like the
so,
M little lapel pin thing there. That's classy.
Yes, I actually think I'm going to keep this on.
Yeah.
the
Just
entire
put that
time.
on the other shirt too.
Yeah, yeah. It's a fashion statement.
All right. So with that, again, we'll be setting up the poll so that you guys can decide whether you want to discount some of the previous items or give the entire group a reroll. That will be up shortly. And looks like we are just about ready.
All right, we're back. And during this last break, we got some great donations from you guys.
That's
so,
right.
yeah.
And I want to especially thank Joseph Bangi, or I'm not sure how to pronounce your last name, B-A-N-G-E. But you're awesome. 2 rerolls. I'll take them. I can use them.
And Doug, did you get some rerolls?
They weren't new, but they were ones that I had that I forgot I had.
All
so,
right,
yes.
so this should get interesting.
Yes.
Great. All right, so before we broke, the group had come upon the shrine to Lolth, 2 priestesses. One of them caused a swarm of insects that has rendered one of our wizards unconscious and rolling death saving throws. One of the priestesses escaped down a secret passage, so we just have a warrior and a priestess standing in the way between our heroes and their goods.
Dun dun dun.
So we'll start at the top again with Tremaine.
All right. I'm going to shoot my crossbow at the priestess. I don't want any more bugs. No more bugs.
Too bad.
Bugs are bad. I got a 24 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
Glad I have advantage.
Bring her down.
6, 7, 8, 12 points of damage.
All right. You line your crossbow up and hold your hand steady and fire, and your crossbow bolt hits her right in the throat in a very critical place.
Yeah?
And you see her eyes glaze over, and she slumps against her shrine.
We softened her up for you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to move into the room and then try to hide again.
Okay.
I got a 26 to hide. I keep getting 26. It's nice.
All right. Rune.
I'm going to look this warrior right in the eye, and I'm going to go, Are you feeling a bit lonely then? Would you like to give up now?
He says, I'll never give up.
I disengage from the warrior
Okay.
as my action so that he doesn't get an opportunity attack, and I will cruise into the hallway where he is and I get up to where he is, but I look at the warrior and I go, well, then come on then. Come and get me. And the Guardian of Light is right there.
Okay.
Like,
All right. So are you?
I'm done.
Okay.
Yeah, the disengage is an action,
Yep.
so
Yep.
I can't do anything else.
All right.
But I'm right next to him, so I can get to
Heal
him
him
the
next
round.
time. Okay. Great. Californian.
Is saving throw. Yep.
Yes.
Don't die.
Don't die.
Don't die.
14.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
That is
That's,
safe.
that's fine. You got a
Yep.
success there.
Yep.
So
it's
one
DC
success.
10 on those. So.
That's right.
Yeah.
So how many? So am I back up?
No.
Nope.
I
You have to
have
get
to, I have to do it
three.
3
You
times.
have to get 3 total.
not-
That's what I
not
thought.
dead.
No, I know that. I
You're
couldn't
less.
remember.
Yeah. You're,
Yeah, less
not
dead.
more dead.
Less dead. Less dead. That's
Pinot.
Let's see. Where is
So-
everybody?
So Rune has moved.
He's back
You're
down
the
the
only
hall.
one really.
In the
Well,
room.
Tremaine's in here too, but he's
He's
kind of hidden.
Okay.
But you're the only one still in the room. Everybody else is like out here.
Okay.
We're having a
And there's a
party.
warrior, drow warrior right there. And you're up here.
Okay. Has he like any weapons ready?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he
he's
does.
been, yeah, he's been,
Okay.
he's
Two
been stabbing at Rune with his short sword.
Okay. What can I do?
Don't worry, the rune has all of the poison in his veins.
Okay.
Yeah. What?
She's facing the warrior, so I
Oh, yeah.
was letting her know that you had all of the poison.
Yeah.
So I guess I'll do. I'll attack with my short sword, and I don't think I want to spend. I have 4 key points right now, so
That's fine. Yeah,
I
you
could
can-
spend one of those.
You don't have to spend any. You can attack with your short sword, and then you can still attack once with your unarmed. You have
Okay.
no key points.
I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
I'm
You
gonna-
can always follow up with a punch. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to attack him with
Okay.
my short sword and then follow up with some,
Great.
blow to the head.
There you go. Which one's which?
The purple one will be the short sword.
All right.
So I got an 11 plus my,
Short sword's +7. Right there.
oh, plus 7. So 18 for the short sword.
That'll hit.
And 12 plus 8 for the
20?
That's a
blow
hit.
to the head.
Both hit.
Awesome.
Nice.
So roll some damage.
That is my D6. So I got a 6 and a 2.
And then add the bonuses from that and from that.
So 8, and there's 4 piercing for the short sword and 5 damage for the unarmed. So
Another 9.
So
Yeah.
17 total.
17.
17?
Yeah.
All right. Well, you hit him pretty hard. But he is still up.
going.
Darn.
And it's his turn.
It's his turn. So,
Pinot.
you're right there. And since you're right there, he's going to attack you.
Awesome. Well,
You actually probably have better
I have
AC
full hit points at this moment,
because of your
so
dex.
All right.
Yeah.
He's going to try and stab you twice with his short sword. All right. One of them is a 14, and one of them is a 22.
The 22 hit is
Okay.
against your AC.
Yeah.
Your
Okay.
AC should be
Yeah.
like 17.
yeah, it's 17.
Even without armor, you
Yeah.
still have 17.
Okay.
So,
Luckily,
One
he got all
hit.
the poison on me.
yep. So you're going to take 9 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
He manages to stick you with his short sword.
Oh, Bob.
I'm on it.
And yeah, Bob.
I kind of go through my mind here, trying to figure out how I'm going to hurt him. The firebolt seemed to work pretty well, so I'll just lob another one of those at him.
I'm standing right next to him. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that'd be
Firebolt.
fine.
Firebolt
Isn't
is
an area.
different than a fireball.
Okay,
Yes.
just checking.
It's a single target.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay,
But
so
good to check.
It'll be like standing next to a barbecue.
Yeah.
It'll be like standing.
A drow barbecue.
Yeah.
That's
That's
right.
about how it'll smell too.
It's about how it's gonna smell. That's right.
10 does not hit. I'm
No.
guessing.
But you hit the priestess again.
Sorry, fire
Yeah,
over the
right,
shoulder.
She's on fire.
It does set things on fire if they're not being worn or carried.
All of the candles on the shrine are now lit.
Nice. Okay.
Okay.
I was aiming for that.
Me.
Good shooting.
Crossbow bolt to the
Okay.
head. We'll try that. Crossbow. So 18 to hit.
That's a hit.
Sweet. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 14 points of damage.
Remarkably, he is still up, but he. He's not looking good.
I'm gonna try and hide again. 17 to hide.
Okay.
All right.
Rune.
I'm gonna cast Spare the Dying on him.
Okay.
So you are stabilized. You're not conscious yet, though.
Okay.
But
You
you're
no
not
longer
dying.
have to
So you don't have to
roll
make any
for
more.
those
You don't have to make
Okay,
any
I
more
don't have to roll
checks.
anymore.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're not gonna die
You're not
now.
dying anymore.
Right.
I'm not dying anymore. Okay.
Yes. Because I have bigger medicine for the whole group if you can finish this lonely little drow off. If you can man up and take them out, or woman up, as the
Am I
case
still
may be.
unconscious or?
I think-
Right? Get
You
tough.
Yeah, you're still
Get
his
unconscious.
ass.
Yeah.
So
You just don't have to roll.
Hey,
back to
you!
you.
Come over here. Come
All
right
right.
here.
yeah.
All right.
Stab him
Valforian, you're not doing anything. And Pinot, your turn.
Okay. I feel like we're wearing him down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try the stabby and
Punchy.
punch.
Punchy
Okay.
again.
Stab
Go
you in
for
the
it.
punchy.
Right there.
Stabby punch.
Hit him with the pointy end.
If you keep on stabbing him, he's gonna stop at some point. I'm telling
Okay.
you. It's a-
So
It's a
that doesn't look good.
No, it doesn't.
Sword. Oh well, that one did.
Yeah, that's really good.
Okay, so my short sword, I got a
12.
5.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that doesn't do it.
no. But for my punchy, I did. I have 26.
Yep. Oh yeah. You punched
Yeah.
him.
Okay.
All right.
How hard did you punch
D6.
him?
How hard?
D6.
6. Yeah, D6.
9.
Pretty hard.
All right. You you punch his lights out.
Nice.
Sweet. Bye, drow.
I go over to the
Yay.
chest
All right.
and start investigating, see if it's trapped.
He
Okay.
can't hold his wine.
Wine?
No.
Speaking of wine,
Yeah.
where's our
See if we can get
stuff?
you. I'm guessing it's in the.
Jermaine has gone over to the chest to
Okay.
check it out.
Yes. Oh, I critted.
All right.
Is there a
You
trap?
There
can't
is no
crit a
trap.
skill check.
Sweet.
You dumb bastard. You can't crit. You did well.
Well, I rolled a
You-
20.
That's still. I
It's
mean,
a
you can't crit it. It's
Let me
still,
live in that.
whatever.
I critted that.
Get over it.
See if it's open.
It opens right up.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet.
It's a very ornate chest, but it's also in the priestess's shrine, and they,
They just
wouldn't
make everything
necessarily
work.
have any need to lock it up while they're.
So I see my stuff.
You see your stuff.
Sweet.
Yes.
Oh.
So you find all of your stuff. You guys pick out all the things that are yours.
That's right.
And what's remaining are.
I'm guessing is.
Yes. Yeah. You find a spell book.
Okay.
And in it is a name,
Uh,
property of.
Yes.
of Bob.
Oh.
Property of Bob.
Property of Bob.
Property of Bellion Wolfsbane. I think that's me.
All right.
Other we'll keep calling you Bob.
I'll go with that.
So, everybody, get your stuff on and gather around.
But also in the bottom of this, as you're rooting through, the rest of the stuff has been left there for you to pick up. And you also, besides the spell book, you find a large leather-bound tome in the bottom of the chest. And when you touch it, thinking it's yours, it says to you in your head,
That's not
"Take me with you, please. Please, I can help. Get me out of here."
Just to him.
Just to him. He's the only one that hears it.
All right.
So I pick it out of the box. I stare at it curiously. Would one of you guys try holding this?
Sure. Grab it.
All right. So
Stook.
I'll see.
So this isn't yours, huh?
No, it's
Oh.
maybe mine. I don't remember.
Hey, I know a lot of things.
Whoa!
Okay, so it's not just me.
So you didn't hear what it said to him, but
Right,
yeah, it's
but I noticed that he
speaking
reacted.
telepathically.
That's not good. That's not good. I'm gonna check
Stop
the
playing
chest
with
for.
the books.
It talks.
I didn't hear a thing.
Yeah, grab it. It'll talk. Mr. Shiny Underpants, go.
So I walk over and I pick the book up and I look at it and I go, "What have you got to say to me?"
It says, I know what the priestesses are up to.
Of course, they're killing
If you
people.
get me out of here, and I will help you. I'll help you escape.
Give me a minute. And I put it down. I'm like, what a daft book. You just come over here. Seriously, huddle up. Over to a friend here. What's his name again?
Val.
California.
Yeah, that's right. All right. So I get everybody together. And this spell takes me 10 minutes to cast. It's not a ritual. It just has a 10-minute casting time.
While
And
he's doing that, I'll cast Detect Magic to see if I can see how powerful this
And I
book is.
cast a Prayer of Healing at 3rd level. So basically, all 5 of us are going to get hit points back
Nice.
from the one spell.
Love that.
So not bad. That'll be 24 hit points each. Did you take any damage?
I did, but that's more than enough.
All right, then you're all healed up.
Okay.
And you have 24 total.
24.
Yeah.
And
I only took 13, so I'm full up.
all right.
So I'm about half.
I want to check
That'll
the
put me
chest for a
at-
false bottom.
Okay. Yeah,
47.
you don't find a full spot. on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good
Spend
try.
some time. It's pretty
Is
cool chest,
anybody
though.
besides Val not healed up?
Are you?
Are you healed
Yeah,
up?
healed up.
You healed up?
I'm healed up.
You're healed up.
Mm-hmm. Are you healed up?
So
No.
I'll, in this spell book that is probably mine, I flip through and find the Detect Magic, and while he's doing priestly things, I'm going to start a ritual for Detect Magic. It takes 10 minutes roughly as
Okay.
well. And see, I'm guessing that the book will have an aura, but I was also curious if it might have any indication of what school of magic it came from.
Okay.
So does it reveal an aura and or...
Yeah, so it's definitely a magical book. In fact, you believe that it contains like the consciousness of, a being.
I think there's
Like a
someone in this.
Well, of course there is. You heard it talk, didn't you?
Well,
Be stuck in the book.
Sometimes.
How'd you like that? Be stuck in a book for eternity. That would suck.
You never know. Sometimes books can talk, right?
Not anyone that I've touched before, but
Oh.
Never trust a book,
Tom?
I'm telling you.
Is it you?
All right. So while he's fiddling around the book and talking to it or whatever, I'm going to cast another Prayer of Healing at 2nd level
Okay.
for just whoever else is not done yet. And I think that's just him and I. Ooh, good. 16 hit points.
Cool.
Are you full?
Close enough.
All right. I know I am.
I'm happily reunited with my stone speaker crystal,
Okay.
which was donated by Suzanne Chandler. I want to thank you.
I found this.
I'd also like to
interesting-looking
thank Suzanne
wine.
Chandler because now I have my goblet of vino.
Never empty. Goblet
Never
of vino.
empty. Spill it, don't matter. It will come back.
Can I have a drink?
Sure.
All right.
She can spill it in your mouth.
Huh? No, I drink it. What do you do with wine? Here you go.
So this book, you understand that it has the consciousness of some being, so you start talking to it a bit, and it tells you that it needs your help to get out of here. It's been stuck in this box for, it doesn't even know how long, weeks, months, time all blends together. But it has been listening to what the priestesses have been up to, and it knows their plans. The book belonged to a wizard named Panrin, who is a powerful conjuration wizard living in the Underdark,
No, you won't.
Panrin. And the priestesses have been using this book because it can read minds, it can talk to you, to use it to interrogate people. And now that you're thinking about it, some fuzzy memories of your capture coming back, of being interrogated and having to touch something that seemed to speak in your mind. The priestesses are trying to find this wizard so that they can enlist his aid or force him, because they're not sure what his alignment is, to create a gate. It's a conjuration spell that can create a portal to another plane, allowing them to bring Lulth's handmaidens into the material plane. The gate can also be used to create a powerful portal that perhaps you could use to escape the Underdark.
Hmm.
So, how do we get out of here?
We knocked the guy out. Now we can go unhog-tie him and have him lead us out. Oh,
That
You're
plan
asking the
worked very
book,
well
aren't
to
you?
begin
Yeah, I was asking the book.
whatever.
So, I was just asking the book if it knows how to get us out of here.
Well, I don't really know the way, as I've been stuck in this box, but I hear down here the priestesses like their privacy, they like the quiet, so they have their guards in their room, but I haven't heard other guards or anyone else coming through, while I've been here. It seems to be pretty lightly guarded.
I'll repeat the information to the rest of the party, just so you guys know. Since I'm just talking to a book.
Yep. First you forget who you are. Now you're talking to a book. Willingly.
Yeah. We're sitting over here just like, what is with this guy?
And that book talks back. I'm
Does?
just telling you.
Oh, I know. That's why you drop it. You quit touching it.
You know you're down in this area somewhere, so
Really a
you're
prejudice
down.
against books.
Yes.
You're down pretty far in the
Pleasant talk.
fortress. You remember that there were you saw some boats on the shore of the lake nearby.
I'm all
I'm gonna
about
go with the guy we
boats.
hogtied that needs to leave now because he's in exile.
Yeah, he knows his way. He knows where the boats go.
Okay.
This is what I'm saying.
We can
I
also
have a
read his
power,
mind.
And I speak
That's nice.
I speak a command word. I get back 1 third level slot.
Or
Okay.
so it says.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. And the book also promised me riches, so I mean, whatever.
Did it offer to sell you a bridge as well.
Yeah. This is what I'm saying.
All right then.
So
I have
what
no
are you-
reason not to trust him.
Okay.
Well, wherever we're gonna go, we have to get in a boat first.
Yes. Yeah.
Nice.
So are we in agreement that well, I don't think you want to take our captive drow with us. Lose him.
What
So-
Captain Drow?
Who
Can-
has the
The one
book?
that we
tied up?
hogtied and knocked
Can
out. In
Give
the hallway.
book.
Where did you put it?
Read
In the
his
hallway?
mind while he's unconscious.
So, yeah. No,
No.
I'm not taking him with us.
Read his mind while he's in
No, we have a drow that we knocked
Oh,
out.
right.
Yeah. That's
In
what
the
we're talking
hallway.
about.
Like
Probably.
passage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go.
The book says it can read minds. I mean, sure. I'm gonna look at her while they're staring at me, and just put the guy's hand on the book
Okay.
while he's unconscious.
All right.
See if he
You
can.
return to the guard and
Yeah.
okay. Takes some
Yes,
time.
it
You just leave it sitting on the guy for a few minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you pick it back up.
Sure.
Okay.
So, did you find anything out?
I know the way.
All right, then. I stab him.
Coup de grace.
That's right.
Yep.
Dagger right to the throat.
So,
Done with you.
Okay, so that's not an option.
So we're going to follow a
the
book
isn't
instead.
live.
I'm not going to follow the book either. But I'm not listening to that daft bastard. He got us in trouble once already.
Yeah, but you can understand why.
I'll
No.
go ahead and wander off wherever the book directs.
Of course I can't.
So,
I'm hoping that takes you to the boats, because that's where I ultimately would like to go and get off this
Listen to
stalagmite.
the book as long as it makes sense.
Fine.
If it doesn't say boat, then I'm done with this book.
He's in the front. I'm in the back.
this should work out.
All right. So you're following the instructions of the book.
Yes.
Okay. It takes you down some twisty-turny corridors, but eventually you do emerge from the. You emerge from a opening down here. You sort of look both ways as you come out. You actually see some drow guards down here, but near another entrance. But there's no one guarding this. So whatever the book got out of the consciousness of the guard seems to be correct.
I feel bad.
All right.
Okay.
I'm neutral, so.
Yeah, I don't feel bad.
And
Feel a little
can we all
bad,
fit in
just
one
'cause he's
boat,
on
or do we need to take multiple?
You'd need to take two.
Two boats.
Okay. Who wants to get in a boat and go down the river?
We do have clothes on now.
I'll get
Yeah,
in
we-
the other boat from him
Okay.
in the book.
All right.
All right, then. So that'll be the three of us and then the three of you.
Yeah.
You two in the book.
Yeah.
All right. So
Tell
the
me how
two-
good of a paddling it is.
The two wizards will climb into the boat with the.
Whether that's a good idea for the rest of them, I don't know, but you know.
So the water is this inky darkness. You do you cast off and start paddling your way across to where the river
I'll let
leaves
him
the cabin.
paddle while I tell him where to go.
Yeah.
Unless you want to talk to the book.
No, that's okay.
So the water's dark. Occasionally you'll see what looks like some sort of creature, either white or kind of glowing under the water, because they never see the light of day. But you can see ahead of you, this is about 150 feet from here to the opening of this exit. You can see something sort of bump the surface of the water. Some ripples start coming out, and then it all goes quiet again. Still.
And we all saw it.
I wonder
Okay.
if the fishing's good here.
What's that?
I wonder if that fishing is good here.
I get
Put your hand
low.
in and find out.
No, you don't fish with your
Hide
hands.
in the
Everybody
boat.
knows that.
I get low in the boat and slink down as
It's not
far
gonna
as I
help you.
can.
If they flip it over, you're still in the water.
Um,
Holding on.
Yeah.
You afraid of swimming?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, me too.
um,
Just keep going.
just keep
Yeah.
going.
Okay.
I guess.
It hasn't bothered us yet.
All right.
Just
Whatever it
pretend we
is.
didn't see that.
That's right. What are we gonna do? Anyway, you want to jump in and have a look?
Right.
No. Then we're gonna keep going.
Seems reasonable.
All right. Your boats get to about here.
Oh yeah.
And you're getting real nervous because this is the area where you saw the water ripple.
Getting.
And all of a sudden, out of the water next to the boat that you three are in.
Yes.
Yes. Not the wizards. Who don't look particularly meaty and delicious.
Or sinewy. Yeah.
Right. We're
You
very
see
sinewy. We can offer support. from
large
this.
creature burst from the water that looks like a giant lobster. Big, pinchy things on the front, claws, and you glimpse as it rears out of the water the end of a tail. Instead of a lobster that has the sort of flipper tail, this has what looks like a scorpion tail.
Oh.
So
All right,
lobster
then.
And it
Lobster scorpion.
attempts to grab two of you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2 and 3. Okay, so
So-
it's going to attempt to grab the two of you out of the boat.
When it goes to grab me, it's an attack, right?
The glowy
Since we're not surprised, are we?
thing.
We kind of suspected there's something over here, right? I throw up a warding flare, so a flash of light in its face, and
Okay.
it gets disadvantage against me.
Okay.
Don't you still have the guardian dude with you too?
Hello.
Oh, I do!
Huh?
Well, thank you. He's within 10 feet of me, and he goes to attack. He needs to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Thank you for that. 8 hours. That's right.
8 hours.
Yeah.
That's
8
the
hours.
stuff right there. That spell lasts for 8 hours.
14.
14 isn't gonna do it. He's
Okay.
gonna take 20 points of light damage. And by light, I mean
nice.
radiant.
Wow.
And if he's still alive after that, he still gets disadvantage to attack me because I'm
still
still doing
alive
the
after
warding
that.
flare. That's right, because that's how I roll.
What's? Yeah, I need to look at this spell. This
It's
is pretty
it's a
cool.
4th level spell, and it's called Guardian of Faith. It's a cleric spell
Okay.
because we're cool.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
because cleric.
Because cleric.
All right. So, and I am, for those of you watching, this is a creature that one of my generous donors created for me for his reward.
Thanks
So-
for that.
Yes.
Yeah, thanks, Dylan.
Did anybody bring the budget?
So, Mark Humphreys, thank you. All right.
After we kill this thing, we can take those claws.
So
That's
first,
right.
it's going to try
We
and
got crab legs.
grab you with its claw,
Didn't
but a
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Don't do it. It's not right.
Yeah, so I rolled one of them's a 2, so it's not going to get you.
And I'm armored now, that's right.
Yeah, so don't go in the
The
water.
other claw's
Got me
coming for
gear
you.
on.
All right.
Back
Oh,
off.
no, sorry.
Disadvantage.
Well, neither, it wasn't at disadvantage, but they, yeah, no, that wouldn't get you either. So, so it rears up, you guys sort of duck out of the way, and then you see it sort of sink back into the water, and see its tail sort of splash as it dives under.
Hey, that's not fair.
Like it's coming for another
at all.
attack.
Oh no. We need to get off the boat.
Is there shore?
There is some shoreline
Right
over
there.
here. But once you cross this threshold, which you're slowly moving towards,
There's no more.
regardless of whether you're rowing or not, once you go through there, there's no shore. It's a tunnel.
There's just a flushing
Is the
sound.
water moving faster in that section?
A little bit faster, it looks like, once it sort of sucks into that tunnel.
I'm not rowing, so.
You see
put your
this
feet on
monstrous
the-
creature come out and attack the other boat.
Roll away!
Yeah, you can put your feet on the book.
Remember not to throw the book at
Yeah, right.
That
All
might
right.
be a good idea.
Are you continuing, or are you going to keep rowing, or what?
I don't know what to do.
Can't really do.
We can't see it to attack it.
You can't see it to attack it.
He's
Yeah.
not
Say we keep
so
going.
dangerous, I guess.
Keep
because
going where? I'm not going to shore. I don't want to attack. Look at this thing. Is it still around?
You believe so.
we should.
All right.
But we're headed out of this area,
You're
right? If we
headed
go
this
to the
direction.
shore.
Oh, so when we get to the tunnel, he's going to leave us alone then.
Well, not necessarily.
All right then, to the shore.
Yeah. Sure.
Making your way over to the shore.
Why not?
All right.
In the meantime, I'm going to use my hat of disguises to make myself look like I'm 2'1" and really skinny.
Okay.
And just not appetizing at all to something that might want something to eat.
Okay. All right.
And thank you, Justin Doney, for the hat of disguises.
All right. So this you pull up. Are you getting out of the boats, or are you just pulling up to the shore? Okay, out of the boats onto the
Yeah.
shore.
Pull the boat up onto the shore and then jump out,
Okay.
as I do.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Quickly as we can.
Yeah.
You jump out and scramble up the shore a bit, and you hear a splashing sound behind you as this creature comes. It hurls itself out of the water onto the shore.
All right. It'll be easier to get when we're done killing it.
Right.
Just firebolt it a few times so it cooks it as
I
well,
got
and then
an
we can
idea
eat
too.
at the end.
That's right.
Now it is
Run.
Pino. It's going to go after you
Okay.
because
So.
you've got a lot of skin showing.
Oh.
It's an the rest of us are covered with an outer shell.
Yeah.
We're more crunchy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that is a 18.
So it
Yeah, that'll
It's-
do.
it gets me.
Okay.
Yeah. Barely.
So you're going to take 6 points of bludgeoning damage, and it grabs you in its claw.
Okay.
Stab it in the face.
So
And
now I
everybody
have.
roll initiative.
Okay.
Better.
Oh gosh. Fine.
At the other end again. Make the flip-flop thing.
Yeah, we swapped.
Yeah. Nice.
We like being on either side. Initiative.
Oh, you were in the other boat.
Did you
Okay.
row us to shore?
Yeah,
Rune,
did
what'd you
guys
get?
go to shore?
I got 14.
I guess we did.
No?
9.
I mean, we could stay
I mean,
out.
I
we
guess-
could stay out in the,
That's true. I was
And remind me of your true identity.
Bellion.
Bellion.
Belian.
That's kind of like Bob.
I
Or
kinda
Bob.
like
Yeah,
Bob.
that's what I was saying.
Or
That's
Bob.
right.
Yeah.
Or Bob.
Billion.
Bob for short.
Too
And
complicated. I'm calling you
what's your
Bob.
initiative?
It is 21.
Okay.
You might
Tremaine
know who you are, but
7.
now you're somebody different.
and Valforian.
Initiative.
I got 9.
All right.
Whiteboards are the best.
So, our giant lobster scorpion. Billion.
That's exactly where you want your teeth going.
When you say giant, how big are you talking about?
It is about 8 feet long.
That's pretty big.
It's pretty big.
Pretty big.
Big, yeah.
Yeah, that'll feed a lot.
Yeah.
That's right. It's a big pot.
Fresh lobster. Fresh lobster.
That's right.
All right.
Everything in the underdog is hostile, by the way, even the lobsters.
It's like Australia.
So our,
Yeah,
our
exactly.
It's
scorpion
poisonous too.
Yeah.
has emerged from the water, rushed up, and gotten its claw around Pinot. Bellion, what do you do?
I'm running low on mojo here, so
Throw the book.
what could it hurt, right?
You got as much of that firebolt as you like, though.
I have firebolt.
Well, let's start the cooking process now.
That's true.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's start the cooking.
So I'm gonna cook it a little.
Okay.
I'll wind up and then lob a firebolt. 13, so it'd be plus 7, 20.
20.
Mm-hmm.
That is going to hit.
Awesome. 2d10.
Oh,
18.
Nice.
Nice.
Good firebolt.
You see the chitin on it, you know, its armor, natural armor, like kind of redden in one area.
And it smells delicious.
Wonderful.
It's getting there.
A little bit
Okay.
of butter.
Rune.
All right. It can make a dexterity saving throw. A pillar of light descends down on its body.
Okay. Dex. Ooh. I was just contemplating whether I'm going to use my DM reroll for that, but I'm not. I will save it,
Alright.
so it does not make it.
Okay. I will roll damage then as the sacred flame burns it. 7, 8 plus 5 is 13 points of radiant.
Make sure we all use fire damage.
Yeah. I don't have fire damage, but
No acid is the point.
yeah. I did
All right.
crossbolt to the head damage.
Pinot, you are grappled by this thing. So you can try to escape it, or you can try to, you know, beat on it while you're in its claw.
Yeah. It's not too comfortable in the pinchy claw. So what do I want to use?
To escape.
I mean, I have a magical quarterstaff now. I don't know if that would, or if I stab it with my short sword.
You have one arm pinned in its pincher and the other arm
Oh.
free.
Oh wait, and I also have my goblet, which does nothing, but it's
Wine
in
and
my
lobster.
hand. It's
Wine
yeah,
and
dinner. So I have my free hand, like not holding the cup free. Okay. Can I get my short sword and
Sure.
try to
Pull it out.
stab it? And then I have one unarmed attack that I can make
Well,
after
Sorry?
that.
one arm
You
is
can kick
pinned,
it. Yeah.
though.
Oh yeah.
You're going to have trouble.
Yeah, but you can use a foot or
You use a
something.
Yeah,
foot.
you can kick.
Or
Okay.
you could
It's an-
headbutt it in the claw.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
We'll try something like that. Okay. So I roll both of these to see if.
Yep.
Okay. So the purple one will be the short sword. Let's see. That is a 9 plus 7, so 16 for the short sword.
Okay.
And
That
then
hits.
I got a 18 for the
that
headbutt
hits as
to
well.
the claw. So
So 2d6.
oh, 2d6.
1d6 for each.
Do I need to say what they are before I?
No, because they both hit.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I rolled for 4 total, and then
5 and plus 4.
yes, So
13.
13.
Okay. So you're caught in its claw, but you're, slashing at it, kicking at it, and you manage to loosen one of its armor pieces,
Shell?
part of its shell.
Nice.
Okay. Valiforian.
I'm gonna use magic missile, but I've got a robe that gives me a ability to put the magic missile at level 5.
Okay.
So I can send 5 darts of the magic missile at the creature. 2 d4s.
Yep.
I have one.
Wherever they
I
are.
have one.
Oh, there they are.
Is it a level 5 spell or is that level
Yeah.
3 spell?
Level 5.
So you get 3 darts at first level,
Uh-huh.
and then you get 1 dart for every level after that. So it would be 7 darts.
So it'd be
Yeah.
7 darts.
7
oh,
darts.
okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
so yeah.
So you have I've only got 3.
That's probably
so
gonna hurt.
That's
Yeah.
probably gonna hurt. Yeah. So
Nice.
yeah.
Plus 7.
Yeah.
I see a lot of 4s.
4. 6, 8, 8, 10, 12. What is this? 1,
2.
what was it?
It's a 2. It's
It's
on the
two.
2.
bottom.
That's
It's on the
weird.
bottom.
That's a
Backwards.
yeah. 8. Let's see. I can't even count. 12, 14, 16, 17, 19, plus
Plus
7.
the 7.
So 26.
26. Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, luckily, it's got heavy scale on it, so you don't blow it apart or anything, but you do hurt it pretty bad, and it actually makes kind of a weird whistly, screechy sound as you hit it repeatedly with magic missiles.
Well, that's not unsettling at all. Make it stop. Whack, 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 whack.
Right, I mean,
Crossbow
mhm.
to the head. 19 to hit.
Yep.
7, 10, 14 points of damage.
Okay. Okay. And then it, because it senses that you all are a threat to it, with Pinot in its claw, backs to the water.
Oh
No!
And it begins to slip underneath the
Oh,
water
no.
with her.
Help me.
Says, I'm not gonna let you make a meal out of me. I'm gonna make a meal out of you.
Kill the thing. It's taking the wine.
And
Yes. Save,
as it
save me, save the wine.
as it backs, trying to get you to be more, get you easier to
Oh,
control, you see its tail whip up over the top of its body and
right.
try and sting you. So,
Wiggle hard.
I'm gonna take my DM reroll.
Okay.
Oh no.
Thanks, Sarah. Be low.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
I rolled a 1.
Oh!
I mean, that's horrible.
Yay! That's so it's
Stabs his own claw and drops.
That's the kind
Yeah.
of reroll we like.
exactly
That's
for
the
you,
kind of rewrite.
for the DM.
Alrighty, so
Backfire.
it doesn't sting you, but it does start slipping into the water with you in its claw.
Right.
Critical failure. I think it stabs his own claw and drops. drops
Can
her, you know?
Can I, wait, my free hand had the sword in it. Can I, like, stab the beach and, like, make it more difficult to drag
I
me in?
will let you make a
Dexterity? Strength?
I will make you make me a strength check as a last ditch effort to try and prevent this thing from taking you into the water.
Is that a d20?
Yeah.
Yep.
Plus your
Your strength modifier.
Or or saving throw.
I got 16,
Okay.
right?
Nice.
I
Nope.
count. No, wait. Oh,
a
it's
minus
that
1.
one.
It's going to be 7.
Okay.
Just kidding.
All right.
Oops.
You struggle to get some purchase with your sword,
But it doesn't
but
do
it
it.
just sort of
No,
drags
sand.
across the shoreline
make
as
a
it
pretty
makes
line
its
in
way
the
backwards
sand.
into the water. All right, Bellion, you
Bob,
see
do something.
this
Bob, do
scorpion
something.
thing.
Wine and
Dragging her
dinner
into the water.
is going into
Yeah,
the
exactly. You
black
can't let that
abyss.
happen.
She's still on the shore though. Like I can still.
She's yeah, like her feet are in the water, you know, because she's in its claw as it's pulling her into the water. But it's
I'm just thinking that if it's in the water, a firebolt's probably not going to be very effective.
It's magic.
That's true.
It's not in the water yet, is it?
part of it's not in the water.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
Get
name
the
it
part
that
that's
part.
not in the water.
Get the part.
And I'm
out of the
going,
water.
think a little longer, guys. Think a little longer.
Doing the best we can.
I better make sure well, we still got a little bit more in this turn. So yeah, I'll lob another firebolt at it. See how it goes. Probably not. 12.
No.
Yeah. A little high.
You're trying not to hit Pinot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rune.
All right. Rune is going to cast a spell. He whips out his holy symbol, and scorching rays come bursting from it, 3 of them, towards the creature.
Old monster.
That is a crit, and
Nice.
the lowest one is going to hit an armor class of 21.
Yep.
So I hit 3 times, and one of them is a crit. And so that will be a whole bunch of damage. So here's the first 9, 17, and for the cadets. $34 points of damage.
All right.
Nice.
Yes.
Tell me how you destroy this thing.
So beams come firing from my holy symbol, and it just sprays across the giant lobster. And all I could think about is, there's the meal and the wine all at once. And you can't take them both.
All right,
and I play the scorching rays across it, took it to a perfection.
Pinot,
Char
you
it just
feel the
perfectly.
claw around you just loosen up, and you drop to the shoreline right at the edge of the water, and you look behind you as the thing sort of sinks back.
No,
There's one thing I like almost as much as wine, and that's lobster, and especially the claw. So, no.
Yeah, you
Reflex.
definitely got to get that
Grab
claw
it.
that grabs you.
Yeah, like reach around and with your sword just slice off.
Because it
the
worked
claw.
so well to use your sword to stop
I
something
know.
the first time.
You might be able to
It's
grab
letting me
it.
down. Yeah, I
Hold
use
on, don't let it go.
everything. Yeah.
You're gonna grab it
Yeah,
and
oh, yeah.
follow it into the water.
Wait, no.
It's 8 feet long, giant scorpion.
Okay, I
Probably
try to hack
weighs
off the
about, I
claw.
don't know,
Okay.
800 pounds.
I'm trying really hard to get this claw. It's
Okay,
mine.
make me a strength check
Is that this one?
That's a D20 again, yeah.
because you got to hack through it
D20
Okay.
minus 1.
as it's sliding into the water.
Please be a good one.
I'm guessing we haven't had food in a while.
Ooh.
Okay, that was at 18 plus.
Plus -1 is 17.
All right.
one's 17.
Yeah. You summon every ounce of strength in your body and just swing as hard as you can with your short sword, and you lock that claw.
Yes! Oh, thank you.
That'll do! Well done.
So now you have a claw like
Oh,
this
that's
big.
That's all right. It's enough for everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
Lobster for everyone.
yeah.
All right, and we're gonna take a break.
Okay.
All right.
We probably haven't eaten in a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome back, and we are here at one of our intermission breaks to talk a little bit about some of the donor items that we have and also to interview one of our players. So first, a little bit of an update. First, thank you all donors who have been contributing. We are now out of copies of Out of the Abyss signed, so we may have some of those a little bit later on, but we are keeping them in reserve for the witching hours. In addition, we only have 3 copies left of our Underdark miniatures from the old D&D miniatures game. Still great for your tabletop games as well. So those are $25 or more to get one of those. The Sword Coast Legends Deluxe Edition. So a little bit about that. We're going to go ahead and lower the price of that one to $75. And I also want to talk a little bit about what you get as part of that. So the Deluxe Edition includes a bunch of the DLC that's going to be coming out to support the Dungeon Master mode. So you're going to get tile sets called the Lost Mines. You're going to get a Beholder. You're also going to get the soundtrack along with that, as well as a bunch of other things. So it's a great deal. It's only a little bit more than you'd normally pay, so that extra bit is just kind of nice and nod to the cause, the Children's Miracle Network, that we're doing this all for. Finally, you might have noticed that I changed into one of our shirts. These are the Table Titans shirts, just for $25 or more. You can get one of these. We're big fans of Scott Kurtz and his crew over there, and it's a great comic, so I encourage you. We only have mediums and larges, though, in unisex, so sorry to any of you daintier folks, like Alyssa.
I thought it fit me perfectly.
Yeah, it looked really awesome.
Thanks.
You should just wear that to work all
As
the
a
time.
dress, down to my knees. Yeah, I could do that.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go ahead and bring on one of our guests. Mr. Chris Lindsay! Woo! Okay. Destroy.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
like to destroy the stalactite.
Get
What's up?
closer, get on in.
Yeah, friendly.
Oh, yeah.
You can't,
Oh,
no, you
gosh.
can't even see. So, how are we all doing?
Oh, no. This is my life.
What's it like from down here? See, we're only on hour 3 and I'm already into the short jokes. It's really not fair.
It's right,
It's
we've got
okay.
the doo-wop band right
It's a daily thing.
here.
Okay. So how is your session going so far?
Well, it's going pretty well, I'd say. We got killed the lobster monster, and we have an unending chalice of wine. So we're gonna pull up on the beach here and have a little party.
Oh my gosh. Did you guys find your clothes?
That's right. We found our clothes and our armor and all the other things that we need for this party.
You make the Underdark sound pretty awesome.
The Underdark is very awesome.
That whole Demon Lords and Madness
What
thing,
Demon Lords? I haven't seen a Demon
Drow,
Lord.
whatever.
Yeah, they get in our way. We kill them.
So can you tell us a little bit about where you're from? Where that accent came from?
Do what? Yeah. So this is my really cheesy, Scottish accent that I've been working on for a really long time. I'm very proud of it, actually.
You should be. It's great.
I feel like it would improve my office experience if you would just come and speak in that every day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got that one. I got a Russian accent, but
Break that out in
takes a lot of
your
energy.
DMing session.
Yeah.
later on.
Yeah.
You can see that. I can't wait until the DMing session. Gratz.
Delicious grats. All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us. We're going to
Thank you.
move on to talk about a few more things that we're giving
Excellent.
away.
All right, so we have one more product. We have a Player's Handbook, 5th edition, and we're going to
I'll
have
be right
everyone
back.
sign it. We've also had a lot of the Dungeons & Dragons team sign it as well upstairs. So not only will it be Extra Life players, but also
It
people.
will be overflowing with signatures. Signatures will literally be pouring out of the pages.
I don't think
with-
you want anything better than that,
We'll write on the cover for you too. If that's what you want.
if that's what you want.
Actually, one of the other things that we did have was the piece of art from Kirgan's character is still available. That's on his page, so if you search for Kirgan, that's Kirgan on Extra Life. You can find that, and that was available for $100. It's actually not only a nice piece, it's got a really great color on it, but it's got a really sturdy frame too. So
Yeah,
pretty cool.
it's canvas print, so it's pretty great.
Finally, 2 other points of business. We're going to give a shout out to Wintervale. So Wintervale, thank you for the donation for the copy of Out of the Abyss, as well as the poll numbers came in, and it turns out that you all wanted to give inspiration to, well,
Yay!
not all of you, but most of you wanted to give inspiration to the team. So the rest of the party gets inspiration. Sorry, Sarah. And
Altruism wins.
yeah, but we did discount the Sword Coast Legends as well, so we will cut back to the rest of the party. Thank you all for joining us. Again, this is all for Children's Miracle Network. We're almost at 57,000. Let's keep that going strong. Just a short 45 hours to go.
Low blow.
Thank you.
Welcome back. So at the end of our last hour, our adventurers escaped the Drow Fortress, found a book that seems to be helping them make their way out, also told them about a wizard that can create a gate to other dimensions or the same plane, which could allow them to make their escape from the Underdark. And as they were leaving the cavern in boats across the lake, they were attacked by a giant water scorpion, thanks to our generous donor Mark Humphreys, who created that beast. But they managed to take it down and save a claw for dinner.
That's right.
Lobster!
So we'll take a short rest.
So we have our lobster wine beach party and have a short rest. That's right. If you don't have any hit points, now's a
Alright.
good time to use the hit die.
Yep.
So short rest.
Short rest.
Petty Pinot all around.
That's right.
Petty
Check us out.
Pinot.
1 4th level spell slot.
Wait, how do you make this stuff? No. Just kidding.
I'll
It's
use
my
Firebolt
specialty.
a few times.
Yeah, right?
Ah,
Make sure we get it nice and cooked.
yes.
I hope there aren't any more.
All right, so after the short rest, I
Okay.
guess we'll extend.
So after the rest, you hop back in the boats and continue on through the tunnel in this river. The book gives you some directions. As it had indicated, its previous owner is this wizard that you're searching for,
Right.
that can create this gate.
Panda
So
bear, whatever
it
his
is
name was.
the book is somewhat familiar with the layout now that you're outside of this fortress, and is able to guide you in the direction in which it believes that the wizard is residing. So you continue on for a while and eventually make landfall again. Another beach opens up. It does actually look like this river becomes an underground river. It sort of drops below the ground under this ledge, but the boats bump up against it. You see tie-up posts, so apparently this is where the Drow usually tie up their boats when they leave the lake. And ahead of you is a tunnel leading off, and the book says that it's the only way out.
All right.
Okay.
So follow what the book says, I see.
Or what the crazy wizard says.
Yeah, right. Oh, the crazy wizard.
Well, talk to me too.
Okay.
All right.
So you follow this tunnel for a while, winds around a bit, and then it opens up in another cavern, much smaller than the one you came from. And this cavern is sort of glowing. It has some phosphorescence, some mushrooms that are glowing. It looks like the entire cavern is coated in fungus of some sort. You see various different molds and
Batteries for your underpants.
Is anybody hungry? They got some mushrooms.
lots of
Just
I
had
don't need
lobster.
those.
Just had lobster. I think
But
okay.
what strikes you the most about this area are 4 cows grazing among the mushrooms.
Huh.
Cows?
Cows.
Are they glowing?
They
Yeah.
are not glowing.
Huh.
Should I do detect magic?
Yeah, right. Yeah, I think we should do detect magic there. Yeah.
Hello, cows.
If you'll give me 10 minutes, I can figure out if these guys are magical.
Magical cows. Now that would be something.
One of the cows looks up at you as you say that, and he's chewing his mushroom, or she,
I don't know.
and
think
then goes
it's
back to.
Magically
Grazing.
turning that whatever it is eating into cod.
Are we familiar with what cows are, our characters?
Those of you who've been
So-
above ground, yes.
So
Ah,
you might
okay.
not.
I've been above.
Okay.
Not much.
But you wouldn't expect to find cows.
Yeah.
Yes.
In the Underdark.
Yeah, no,
That's
this
right.
is weird.
Yeah.
I'm delighted. I love animals.
Steak.
All right.
Lobster
Steak.
Steak.
Surf and turf.
Surf and turf. This is perfect.
I would
5-star
check for
restaurant.
I'd check for a trap if I knew what to check.
Perhaps you should go over and have a look at them.
Maybe I'll go over
You can check the
carefully
cows for a
and
trap.
sort of
That's right.
Okay.
see if
Trapped
there's
cows.
any. Is it like
It's a trap.
sand or
No,
is
that's
it
Not sand.
stony?
It's like the ground is covered by this fungal growth. But different colors and things. It looks like just all sorts of
Okay.
species or genuses.
One
of
of
And the cows
those
are walking on
mushrooms.
this, right?
The cows are walking
Okay.
on this. You can see the hoof prints. When you get closer to the cows, you see not just hoof prints, but you see large footprints.
This might
Like-
be something else's
When you
dinner.
say large,
Yeah.
do you mean like a size 15?
I mean, like that.
Oh, like
Like a
size
life.
38.
Yeah.
There you go. That's a big footprint.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe we should go.
I think,
There's
yeah.
something really big.
Just because he's
Like
big
the-
doesn't mean he's
are there
mean.
bones somewhere around? Are there like
Don't
a
see
pile
any
of
bones right around. Do you want to explore
We're
the
in the
cavern?
Underdark.
Yes, I
Oh
do.
yeah, that's right.
There should be bones. Anyway.
I forgot. I was having a good
Because
time.
it seems like a fine place, except for these footprints. Do they lead anywhere?
So, are you gonna walk around and check it out?
Sure.
Okay.
Why not?
All right. So you see in this cavern.
Maybe he knows how to get up.
Cow? There's
Keep
big
of the
guy.
footprints. That's right. If he's got cows, perhaps he's been to the surface and come back down.
He brought
So
the
he knows how to
cows.
get out. Go talk to him.
Would any sort of knowledge
Touch
help
the
us
cow with the
identify?
book.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What does the book have to say about this?
Yeah.
Screw the book.
No.
Tell you.
All of a sudden, I want to
Whoever
hear
got
what the
these
book has
cows
to
down
say.
here knows how to get out of the Underdark.
So
and I
you
want to
come in
talk to
here,
them.
and you see this is full of mushroom growth. No huge mushrooms, but you know almost looks cultivated in a way. And 4 grazing cows. Leading off on either side of the back of this cavern are 2 more tunnels. You find cow footprints all over here.
Which way do the large footprints go?
The large footprints are more on the right side, although you do see them in places around the whole cavern, but the majority of them are concentrated over in this area.
So we should go that way.
Would any amount of knowledge, like any type of knowledge, help me identify what kind of footprints?
Sure. Do you want to do a nature?
Sure. I have nature.
I imagine there are a lot
Yeah, I
of
have
creatures that
nature
can
too.
make these footprints.
15, so I don't know if that gives me any indication.
Okay. It does actually. You kind of put 2 and 2 together, the large footprints and the cattle, and you think that this might be a cyclops lair because they raise livestock, whether it's imported cattle or creatures of the Underdark. They raise livestock for
So
eating.
All right, then
How
let's
do
go
you
talk to
guys-
the Cyclops.
How do you guys feel about Cyclopses?
Yeah, I don't know
And
much
do
about
we know
Cyclopses.
anything? Here.
Just
let's-
because they're monocular doesn't mean you can't talk to them. I'm just saying.
Would be nature.
Yeah.
19.
Okay.
To see, like,
Um,
are they usually...
You know that they're usually pretty solitary. They may
Hence
have
the single
a.
eye.
They may have a. Yeah, the single eye. They may have a mate of some sort, but generally they don't congregate in large groups or civilizations. So
And are they-
likely there's one or two Cyclops.
Are they
You know.
generally nice?
They aren't fun to mess with.
Okay.
Like everything else around
See
here,
if
they're
there's
so
something else you know.
fun to mess with.
Yeah.
Depends on your definition of fun.
They're always fun. Until
You know they're not very smart, usually.
Oh,
Okay.
A little slow on the uptake. They're brutal. If you mess with them, they're a formidable opponent. But you might be able to trick them, or they're not as cunning.
maybe if we pour them a giant glass of wine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll ask the book just to see which direction do we need to go from here.
The book says, I highly recommend you go to the left. There's a Cyclops lair nearby.
Oh,
You don't say.
you don't say.
You don't.
Well, let's go left then.
Well, that's really
Unless we
narrows it
really
down.
want to play with the Cyclops.
If we're running a vote, I vote left.
Yeah, I vote left.
Left.
All right, so I
Yep.
guess we're outvoted to the left.
So we
I'm
just.
telling you, we could just ask you. That's fine. To the left
All right,
we go.
so you continue on to your left. Bye, cows.
The glass of wine. to the book.
Did you want to bring the cow with us?
I mean, we could have some
Oh,
meat
yes.
later.
Bring
No.
the cow.
No.
And that'll bring the Cyclops.
Yes, it will. Yeah.
If you're trying to avoid them, you're not doing a very good job.
He's got 3 others.
Maybe.
Or she. Okay, so off to the left,
Okay,
carefully.
all right. So you,
How far is this master panda bear of yours?
And them.
oh, you're talking to the book.
Yes.
So you're, there we go. So you're not far now. It
Okay.
says. We have to. If he's still living in the lair he was in last time, we just need to cross the chasm, and he lives in a cave there. It's well protected
Bye.
by the environment and his spells, his magic. He's very
Okay.
powerful.
Of course he is.
I'll relay that there's a good chance that the place we're going is protected by spells.
Booby trapped. It's a trap.
I would never have imagined that a wizard would protect his home with spells. That's just the weirdest thing I've ever
Yeah.
heard. It's just the weirdest.
You might welcome visitors.
I bet the Cyclops didn't have any spells. I bet the Cyclops
Yeah.
didn't have any spells. All right.
How long does detect magic last? Let's see here.
We haven't gotten there yet.
No, but it lasts up to 10 minutes. So
Okay.
I'm going to call for a short break. 10 minutes to cast as a ritual and activate detect magic, which will allow me to see magic up to 60 feet.
Okay.
Let's do it up the hallway a little bit from
Yeah.
the
So when
Cyclops
you want to do it like when you closer to the wizard's lair?
Yeah, a
or-
we
little
should
bit
do it when you get to
closer.
the chasm.
Yeah, once we're at the
Yeah.
chasm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
As long as
So-
nothing happens before then.
You head down this tunnel, wind some a ways further, and sure enough, opens on a chasm. And you see stretched before you a long arch of rock from where you exit this into this cavern to the other side. Branching off of this arch of rock are other formations of rock that sort of span. So think kind of like a, flying buttress thing off of this bridge. And there are various caves and caverns leading off from those bridges.
Okay. At this point,
Oh,
I'll
go
cast
ahead.
the detect magic.
Okay.
So
All right.
in case there's anything in the area. It's within 60 feet. So
Okay.
Is there a way to get over the chasm? I missed that.
On the rock bridge, the natural
there's a
bridge
natural
that's
Right.
formation.
That has the flying buttresses coming off of it.
Flying
Yeah.
buttresses, of course. Because that's natural. Flying
Yeah,
buttresses.
well, it's my closest
What's
description.
yeah,
Yeah.
looks like flying buttresses. But,
Yeah.
That's what they want you to think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Below you in the chasm is just a roiling sea of mist. And yes, when you cast your detect magic, you're sensing it all over the place.
Spidey senses are tingling. Okay, there's magic everywhere in here.
How many other caves are there?
There's magic everywhere.
Of course there is. How many other caves are there?
12.
Well, that really narrows it down then.
Yes.
All right, across the bridge. You first.
Yeah.
Look, Bob.
Bob and
I'm really good at stopping incoming things, so it's fine. Yeah, I'll
That's not the point. The point is you've got the magic sense that perhaps you'll see something different when you're up there.
yeah. So I'll carefully walk out onto the bridge, kind of keeping an eye out for any nearby magic, so that we don't get too close to a magical trap.
Okay.
We
You
brought
start
you
walking
back.
out there, and the book says, "Oh, last one on the left."
Okay.
So basically, walking out on the bridge, there are these other sort of
Right.
formations coming off of it, and he's indicating.
So I point to where we're going for the others to see.
We're just. I assume we're following you over the bridge.
You get a strong sense of magic directly ahead of you,
Okay.
in your path.
I hold up my hand to stop, study it for a bit. Can I tell what kind of magic? Is it evocation or conjuration?
It is. You would ask this. Evocation.
Okay.
So it's safe then.
It looks like there might be some sort of explosive thing up ahead.
No, really.
Just letting you know.
What are the rest of you doing?
Can anybody get rid of it?
I can go take a look. I can't see the whole magic thing like you can
All
right
right.
now.
I can try and
but-
dispel it.
I don't have dispel
Do you-
magic.
I have dispel magic, so
Go for it.
Oh, there we go.
yeah, I can dispel magic. Let's see
Better for
here.
you than me. I can use that as a healing spell later on because some of us are going to need it. Something tells me this magician is not going to cooperate.
Let's see, how does this work?
Did you ask the book if there's a way through the traps for the magician?
Ability
Those are
check with
good.
spellcasting ability.
I will.
Well, you don't need to make a roll unless it's
Is-
higher level.
I'll ask the book before he casts. If
It's
there's
a
way
it's a third
through.
level.
No, what I'm saying is dispel
dis-
magic says.
Yeah, if
It
it's trying to
dispels it if
dispel
it's a third or lower.
Yeah.
Third or
immediately.
oh, I see. Sorry,
Yeah.
I haven't used this one before.
If
So.
it's, she'll tell you if
So, yeah.
you
So
need to make
what
a
do I
roll
need to
or
do?
not.
And then you need to make a roll.
Never mind, then go for it.
Because it is not a third or lower.
DC equals
Yeah.
10 plus
Um,
the spell's level. Roll high.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you need a 15 or better.
Make an ability check using your spellcasting ability.
Plus 8. My attack. Do I use my attack modifier?
Yeah, your
Okay.
spell modifier.
Is my spell modifier? Oh, it's a 6.
No, it's a. It doesn't.
It uses proficiency bonus in
For
his
each-
int.
Would you use your proficiency bonus? It just says Make an ability check using your spellcasting
It's
ability.
And I
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
a spellcast modifier.
I guess that's the same
so
thing.
Yeah, it'd be
Yeah.
the same, I think.
Yeah.
Although
Go for it.
that's not quite close enough. I've got a reroll. I'm going to use it
Okay.
because
Not a kid.
yeah. There we go. Yeah, 17.
All right. So that dispels this ward.
If it didn't, I'd be worried.
Yeah.
Send the barbarian in.
Good work. Looks like it's gone.
Yeah.
Is that it? Is that all of it?
All right then, full steam ahead.
Behind you,
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
in the tunnel, appear some drow.
Oh.
It's an illusion.
Were they
I
following
disbelieve.
us?
Damn drow.
I'm gonna hide.
We're in the middle of a large bridge in the middle of a chasm.
I'll pull out a funky looking wand.
Okay. Yay.
Oh no. It's the wand of doom.
It's not like a dare.
It's actually.
As they get close enough, I'll go ahead
See,
and
that's what
fire
I'm
off the
afraid of.
wand.
Okay.
So, because I'm guessing they aren't here.
Go ahead, use the wand.
We'll see what happens.
It's behind us.
26.
Butterflies.
A stinking cloud appears
Oh.
Oh, that's not bad.
Oh, that's
Among
good.
the drow?
There you go.
amongst the drow. Yes.
Okay.
That's right.
And what does Stinking Cloud do?
We'll have to look it up.
I can look too. Let's see.
Not good for them.
Smells really bad.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it smells like a
like a
rotten
hu-
egg or several skunk heads.
It's like a huge magical fart.
20-foot radius, yellow, nauseating gas.
Creatures in the cloud at the start of its turn must make a con saving throw against poison.
Does the one say what the DC for the saving throws are?
It should be his.
15.
All right.
Oh.
Con save DC
Yeah.
15.
Nice.
On the start of their turn. Okay.
That's right. You want to roll
And-
initiative?
I would have had to wait until
yes.
they were 120 feet away, so that's the range.
Okay.
So we've got a little bit of time before they get to us.
Yeah, at least 12 seconds.
Yeah. Ooh, all right.
14,
Hey, we're on the same end this thing.
16,
I rolled 20.
closer.
Overrolling?
Yeah, initiative.
You said 120?
Something tells me these drow
Yeah.
are
It said
hostile.
90 here.
So it says
Particularly after
It
Bob
might be a
farted
little
on them.
different for the wand version.
choose a target within 120 feet of
Oh,
you.
okay.
and then
I
it
was looking
says
at the spell.
the spell becomes a range of 120 feet
Oh, okay.
if it isn't already.
Nice.
Cool.
It's always 120 feet range, which is good because if it did something bad,
Right.
Right.
It's far enough away.
There.
I
All
thought it was
right.
butterflies for sure.
Rune, what's your initiative?
13.
Pino?
16.
Bellion?
also 16, but I'm guessing your dex mod is higher than mine.
Is it the low number?
The-
4?
This
The
one.
initiative
Oh,
modifier.
it's 4.
Yeah, so she'll
Yeah.
go first.
Tremaine?
20.
And
10.
okay. 10. Looks like you're all gonna get to go first. I rolled low again. I've told you about my cursed dice. It's either good or bad, and today it is bad.
It's because it's for the kids.
It's for the
Yeah.
kids,
It's for the
exactly.
kids.
Yep.
Okay.
Like we're on like whose lane is it anyway? Because the points don't count.
Right? Points don't matter.
The points don't matter.
Everybody's a winner,
Exactly.
especially the kids.
Especially. Wow.
That's not 12, it's close enough. So there's, caves at the end of all of these. And some of them look like they were naturally formed, some look like they were carved out. And You guys are,
Carved out.
in the middle here.
And this is all above.
These all branch sort of
Raging
up
waters.
above you. Roiling mist.
Roiling mist.
Roiling mist. Oh.
So it's
So we can't
anybody's
see the
guess.
bottom.
No. Yeah.
Nice.
If they get close, your gust fist or whatever,
Yeah.
send them off
Into the mist.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
because
The
that knocks
thunder
them back
wave?
20 feet. Yeah.
Or
And initiative. So we've
Whatever can
got
knock
I'll
Yeah.
definitely use that. Yeah.
That way we'll figure out what the mist is.
Yeah. Wait. Yeah, I didn't hear him splat. Nah. He's still going.
So we're somewhere in the middle of that.
Where the
Yeah.
little black circle is.
Oh, okay.
That's us.
And then
And
the
our
drow are
Drow
coming
are
from.
dead last.
Where we came from.
Drow are down here.
Okay.
There,
And there's like a bunch.
And
of
there's
them.
like this big stinking cloud around them.
It's a big stinking cloud.
It's heavily obscured, unfortunately, so until they move out of the cloud, we won't have a good view of them. But they'll at least take poison damage while
But
they're
if you're
in
going
there.
to cast a fighter ball, now's the perfect time. I'm just saying.
All right. So Tremaine, you're up.
Fireball.
Where
Wait.
are we? Where
No,
are
I
we?
can't do that.
You're about dead
Go
center
for it,
of
Trevor.
this thing.
How many drow are there?
You just caught a glimpse of them before Bellion created, or you created. Who created the
I
stinking cloud? You
created.
created the.
I pointed a wand and prayed.
I was playing too when you pulled that thing out.
You saw 6 or 7.
Okay.
Okay.
And the cave that the book indicated is right here. So we'll just put a big W on there for the wizards.
Well, I can't see. I'm going to try shooting into the middle of the mist where I saw someone standing right before the stinking cloud
Okay,
appeared.
so
Yeah, I
go
bet
ahead
you
and
could
roll
use
an.
harsh language.
So is that
You just roll me
disadvantage?
disadvantage.
Okay. Oh, that's really disadvantageous. So a 9.
Okay. Yep.
So I miss. And then I'm going to hide.
Okay. Sort of press up against the stone of one of these bridges.
Yeah. We'll do, 27.
Okay. So you blend in with the stonework.
I wanna wait before I do the thunderwave thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, and you probably don't want to run up to them right now.
Can I have darts.
You could hold your action too if you want, and then wait until they're visible.
Okay.
Yeah, if they go all the way at the end.
And if they don't move by the end, you can lob a dart at them or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, can I do that? Can I hold my
Oh, yeah.
action?
Delay. Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep. So just let me know when you want to jump in.
Yeah, so
Okay.
you will
Yeah,
interrupt
so like-
them.
Okay.
Do you want to set a trigger where the first time you see one come out from the stinking cloud, you hit them with a dart?
So
or
ready in
whatever?
action, basically.
I will ready
The dart.
a dart.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Cool.
All right.
Probably what I should have
Bellion.
Fireball.
Okay.
done. You're going to burn the stinking cloud away.
Yeah, well.
Well, if it burns half the drow away, then
Yeah, exactly. Right?
Exactly.
it's okay.
So this is 3rd level. I'm just debating whether or not I want to unleash. Actually, might do an ice storm instead, because that'll
Oh.
make it difficult terrain for them.
Oh, yeah.
What happens if you cast like a lot of heat over the ice storm then?
It's a good
It's all
question.
magic. They get ice and fire damage at the same time.
So yeah, I'll go ahead and unleash an ice storm instead, but it's still a 20-foot radius, centered on a point. So I'll guess about where they are. And
Do you want to center it a little bit closer to us so it overlaps?
yeah,
and-
I'll overlap it. So if there were any that were towards the front of the cloud,
So where do you want it to?
so move it down a little. I'm going to overlap the ice storm
Okay.
and the cloud.
So it's right on the
So
edge
it's
of
like
there.
sort of like that.
Yeah, but I want to hit some of them, so I want
Yeah,
to get it
so
far
like
enough
If
in.
the center
A
was
And is it
third
about the
in.
same size? It's
Yes.
Yeah.
Same size.
Same size. It's 40 feet high, so it's pretty
Okay.
tall, and there's
that
going to
good?
be hail pelting down.
Nice.
So
they'll go from the
any,
stinking cloud
however
into-
many are in there, because I can't see them, they'll have to make a dex save,
Okay.
and if they fail, they'll take 2d8 bludgeoning damage
Okay.
and
And
4d6
4c6 cold damage.
Okay.
Yes.
So there's
Yeah.
4.
That's an option as well.
Nice.
So 1 saved, 1, that's 8, a 20, and a 2. So 2 saved.
2 saves, so they'll take half damage. 2d8 and 4d6.
Nice. That's.
I like those rolls.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
Wow.
21. Oh, that was not a d8. That's a d8. So, sorry, 22 plus another 11.
So 33 total
33
for full damage and half.
half of
would
that.
be 16.
Yeah.
Because you
All
round
right.
down.
The hail comes down and big hail chunks, like, baseballs. And you hear drow voices cry out, and you hear those of you who speak Elvish hear a drow say, "Move back! The hail is killing them."
Yay.
Kill them.
So-
Okay.
But you don't see what happened because it's
Right.
still in
Does
the
that
cloud.
storm last?
The ice storm will last until the end of my next turn.
Gotcha. Nice.
So
Hmm.
they won't take damage moving through it, but it becomes difficult terrain because of the hail. Ooh, and that's got 300 feet range.
Nice.
Do that from way
Yeah,
back.
that's. I was looking at that myself too. It's pretty cool,
in a manner of speaking.
literally.
That's cold.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Rune.
I'm delaying.
Delaying. Okay.
Yeah.
Valaforian.
So, have they backed up
Well, we can't see
You
them.
don't know
into the? We don't know what they've done at this point.
because you've got a cloud obscuring it.
Were they speaking what language?
Elvish.
Elvish. So I heard that they backed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You heard them say, "Get back! The hail is killing
Would a
them."
fireball be effective at this point, or should I wait until? No, wait. I'll wait. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I'll delay.
Okay.
Let's see if any of them get out of that.
Yeah.
If they do, then you can fire them up.
Yeah.
And
That's
then
what I'm
for the
gonna do.
stinking cloud, do they take damage at the beginning of their turn or the
They
end?
don't take damage, but if they fail a con save, they will retch
Oh, gotcha.
and not get a turn. So it'll at least slow them down so
Yeah.
that we only have to deal with them.
All right. So they need to make a save, right?
yes.
That's right.
A con save.
Constitution save DC 15.
DC 15, yeah.
So if anybody emerges, they're going to be pelted by
Got a
darts
crit.
and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're ready
Yes.
for them.
We're ready for them. Yeah.
Nuke them till they glow and shoot them in the dark.
So far, crit a 12
So one.
and 18.
So 2 save. One is retching
Okay.
from this terrible
Okay.
scene.
So you hear, yeah, the drow are not happy. All right. At this point, because you're making a lot of noise, you see one of you hears sort of a sound as like maybe a ward or something was, deactivated. And you see a robed figure standing up. You can't really make them out, but you see a robed figure standing up in the mouth of that cave. And you hear the book say, "I sense my master."
Uh-oh.
My master is near.
Okay.
Did we ever ask the book if his master was like a good or a bad person?
No, but
Okay.
I would guess that the book
Do
would
you
lie
think
anyway.
do you think he'd answer truthfully?
That's true. You got a point there.
How likely is your master going to kill us?
Yeah, exactly.
He is not evil, if that's what you're asking.
That's not the point, and it wasn't the question. You silly book. It wasn't the question.
I'll at least, kind of hold the book up. So
Yeah, he knows that we're. Yeah.
Is it, we're going to give it to you, or is it, here's your book, come and get it if you can?
Well, I'm not going to give it to him yet, just in case. I have to reserve the option to throw it off into the chasm.
That's right.
Yeah, he comes down and starts attacking us.
Seems like a solid plan to me. We should have done that anyways.
I reserve the option.
You can go knock it out of his hand.
Yeah, no joke. I won't touch it again, but
Don't
you're
think I'm not
welcome to.
tempted.
All right. So the drow fire some crossbows at you from the clouds.
I think they have disadvantage.
Yeah, just a bit.
You hear
pretty
two
sure they can't
distinctive
see us.
clicks, crossbow clicks. So first one disadvantage.
Perhaps they're shooting each other.
It was a bit.
Could be.
I
Friendly
rolled a
fire.
20, but it's disadvantage, so I only got a 10. And the other one, yeah. They can't see anything. They just fire
The bolt goes whizzing
crazily.
by like 10
'cause
feet
what else
away.
are they going to do?
They can shoot each other
They're
all
trying
they
to get
like.
to this wizard, and you're thwarting them. And Tremaine.
I still can't see them.
No, unfortunately, it'll stick around.
Well, I'll try and crossbow again. I have advantage because I'm coming from hiding, but disadvantage because I can't see them. So
Actually, I can release concentration, and the smoke will fade. But
But why would you do that?
right.
yeah, no, I'll leave it. Hey, 22.
Okay.
I'm thinking pop some popcorn. Watch the show.
Yeah.
4, 5, 10, 14, 16, 17 points of damage.
All right. Well, you hear the sound of somebody taking a crossbow bolt in the body, sort of an ugh, and then a thump.
Nice.
That sounded
Nicely
meaty.
done.
And then I'm going to hide.
Okay.
20.
All right. Pinot.
So I have my dart ready.
Mm-hmm.
And I can either shoot it into the stinky cloud. But what is that wizard doing behind us?
Right now, he's just at the entrance to a cave.
He's just
He's
like,
taking a smoke break.
Yeah.
You can't really make out his features to see what he's doing, but you see a robed figure.
And he hasn't attacked us yet, so.
no.
Yet. I said yet.
Yeah, I know. No, you're
So
So
while
we
these
should
drow
attack
are
him first.
kind of battling this cloud and the hail, right? The hail is still
The
going
hail
on.
will
There's
last until
hail,
the end of my
there's
turn.
stinking cloud, there's drought
Right.
back in here somewhere.
I say we
There's
There's
one
the
less.
wizard
defer until
Right.
that can create a
Thanks.
portal
Throw
for you to
fireballs
escape.
into
Which is the reason we're going towards the wizard, right? Because there's this portal that
Well,
we
he
want to
can-
get
He can,
to.
he can create a one with a spell.
So he could create it right now. A
The-
portal.
The drow could follow us.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, we gotta kill the draw first.
Okay, then I shoot a dart into the cloud
Okay.
of drow and stink.
All right.
Oh, and stink. Into the cloud of stinky drow.
You'll roll 2 dice and take the lower of the 20s.
The 20, okay.
So whichever one's lowest.
Nice.
Well, I'll take the low one.
Yes, this time.
3.
Yeah, it could have been a crit.
Yeah.
All right. So your dart just sails back into the cloud.
Okay. And nothing?
Nothing,
Nothing.
Okay. Well,
Eh,
unfortunately.
you tried. And that's the important
that
part.
was
Yep.
very.
It doesn't
meh.
hurt to try.
It's like
Okay.
throwing lawn darts with your eyes
Valiant.
closed.
So the ice.
You're holding the book up.
Right, correct.
Yeah. Okay.
And the ice will also go away at the end of my turn.
Okay.
So that will at least stop. But I will hold my action just in case we get attacked from the other side.
Okay.
Just in case.
All right.
He probably will.
So the ice drops down.
Correct.
And you have this book aloft, and all of a sudden you hear a voice from this figure up here. That blasted book! I thought I got rid of that.
Can we
And you
throw
see
the book?
a bolt of something come from his hand. It hits the book, knocks it out of your hand, tumbling down into the mist below. You hear the voice in your head because you've been holding this thing so much. It's sort of attuned to you, and you hear this voice in your head say, "Oh, so close! I was almost free." And sort of you see some lights in the mist below
The
as the
mystery
book
will
disappears.
live on.
Oh,
That's
damn.
hilarious.
There goes
Rune.
our-
Well,
I
that's
hope
the
I'm
first
not
good
told
thing that's
that.
happened to us all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't lie.
Forever. You can't remember your own stuff.
Hey,
but
excuse me, friend, but thanks. We're looking for a way out of here. Can you help us out?
I'll throw in some wine.
We don't need the book. Trust me, we don't need the book. There's no hard feelings at all.
A way out of this cavern?
No, a way out of the Underdark.
Oh. Who are you?
Well, we were captured by Drow. I'm Rune, and these are my friends, Tremaine, Pinot, Bellion, or Bob, and Valaforian. And evidently the Drow want us
Brock.
back because they're chasing us from behind. We really don't want to have anything to do with them.
I may be able to help you.
That would be nice.
I hate drow.
I hate them even more.
yay.
And I'm.
Hurry, quickly.
Practically sick of them.
I start heading down the passageway towards them.
Okay.
All right.
Like,
Yeah, me.
Come out.
Yep. All right.
I kind of want to send a
Yep.
fireball down to the drow just
Sure.
for the hell of it.
Okay.
Go
Just
for
for
it.
the-
Hell.
Yeah, well,
Couldn't
Fireball,
hurt.
I want fireball down to
Yeah.
the middle of the drow and into that.
You
into
still
that
you
thing.
get a move
At-
action after.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Do it.
And a level, do it at level 4. So dexterity saving throw for everything in a 20-foot radius of the fireball that's going flying down there.
Okay. So dex saving throw. There are 3 left.
Start rolling that damage.
So first
They'll take
is
half even if
only a 7,
Yo.
20,
so one save.
and an 11.
All right.
So
At least one of them will
So-
get away to tell our tale. Perhaps he'll say, "Don't get these guys ever again."
Yeah.
Right. Okay, so 12.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
Yeah, the one who's taking half damage, he may not survive to tell our tale.
Let's see here. Okay, so 10, 22, 28, 30, 36.
And half of that.
36, yeah, and then
And then 18
And
for
then
the
18,
Okay,
other one.
so
Yeah.
you cast a fireball down there, and you just see this huge explosion. The hail has dissipated, the smoke has dissipated, and when the fireball clears, you just see charred remains.
Yes.
Nice.
And I see.
Cover
Say,
it.
yes, I turn around and
Run.
run.
Well, that'll do then.
All right,
That'll do. That'll do.
you guys make your way into the wizard's lair. He puts a ward up behind it just in case there's more drow. You explain to him what this book had overheard from the drow, how they wanted him to create a gate to a port or to a land, and he's very thankful that you told him that they had planned this.
That's right.
Because he hates the drow and he doesn't want Lolth to succeed in her plans. To that end, he decides it's time for him to pack up as well. So he creates a gate up to the surface and transports you and him
Nice.
and all of your things to safety.
Yay.
One
All
final
right.
question.
Yes.
Am I telepathically bound to this book?
No.
Well, thank heavens. Because it's not like you need one more voice in your head.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
I just wanted to be sure.
What book?
Thank you guys for playing.
Thank
We
you,
had a lot of
Sarah.
fun.
Thank you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you very much.
And thank you to
That
all our
was fun.
donors.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you, donors.
Yes, thank you, donors.
Thank you, donors.
You're doing a good thing.
That fireball was awesome.
Yeah.
We're now in a blaze of glory.